to another episode of Evrand. Hopefully, I think I got the audio tweaked and compressed enough that it'll lower the low or raise the lows and lower the highs. And then also I put a limiter in there, so hopefully there'll be a lot less peaking. But we shall see. Hopefully, those of you who started with us at the start enjoyed our new kind of off to the side overhead cam.
Oh yeah.
For starting soon. It'll also be up for Be Right Back.
It's cute. The camera.
Yeah, try something different. So, also, hopefully, you guys are enjoying the upgraded and changed cameras. We actually went from a C930 to a C920, which is technically backwards. 10 model points if you think about the models of the webcam, but they look way better, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. Yeah. Woo! They look way better.
We look crisp.
Very crisp.
AF.
So, anyway, with that, a couple of announcements to get out of the way, as we always do. We are sponsored by the lovely folks at Initiative Coffee Company.
Cheers!
Thank you to Brian for the most recent shipment. This is Strix's Snickety Snicks we're drinking currently.
It is delightful.
This is the limited edition where purchases go towards helping anxiety gamers, I believe.
It tastes like a fight against depression.
It tastes pretty good. It's different than the other ones. I still think I like Improved Initiative the best, which we do have a bag full of that. So
I like this Fulgurite.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, when this one goes down, we'll be back to Improved Initiative. So that's that. We are also sponsored by Elderwood Academy. So Elderwood Academy products, we have a whole bunch of them
30.
here. You guys can see.
Hey, natural 20.
Wow.
I'm anxiously awaiting my custom spell book.
I'm going to post links in the chat. 2 links. One,
Fight against depression.
again, unfortunately, just due to the nature of the way these things work, these are going to be posted in the Twitch chat. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, YouTube doesn't have, they're not at the point where they have, as far as I know, like panels below the live stream. There should be links and information in the video description below if you're on YouTube. To actually, you can't post links, I don't think, in YouTube chat. I don't think that's an option. So you can go ahead and head over to Initiative Coffee Company and use our coupon code to get $2 off of your order. Or if you purchase from Elderwood Academy, that link that is posted, we get a small percentage of it, and it helps us to help you by helping Quentin and Dan know that we are serious about our business partnership. Few other logistical things. One, coming soon will be a review of this lovely game here, Capers, right? This is a game by Craig Campbell, aka Nerdburger Craig. This is a very fun 1920s RPG, a superpowered game of gangsters in the Roaring Twenties is the tagline for this book. It's very fun. It uses cards rather than a dice system. You draw cards, and I also have the Capers cards here as well that he also sent over to me.
You know how to stack a deck.
So I will be doing a review of this book, and ideally we'll be playing, or some, maybe not everybody here, we'll see how it works, but we'll hopefully be in a one-shot of this at some point, just so you guys can see that. So be on the lookout for that. PAX Unplugged is less than a month away.
Oh yeah.
Sean and I will be there, along with Josh from Taking Initiative, Renee from Fate and the Fable Maidens, and Celeste from the Venture Maidens. I'm sure we've
star-studded.
A bunch of other people. Wizards of the Coast is there in an official capacity, so we'll see who we can rub elbows with while we're there. But come out and say hi if you see us there. And this Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, which I'll post a link in the Twitch chat, marks our 3rd annual Extra Life 24-hour stream. So starting at 10 a.m. on Saturday, going till 10 a.m. on Sunday, is a 24-hour live stream to benefit Extra Life. So if you come out and donate, the donations go to help sick kids in need. We play about 3-hour sessions, more like 2 hours and 45 minutes by the time we start up and break down. Rotating cast of folks from you've seen on other streams. We also got some pretty cool special guests as well, like Jordan from Forgotten Realms Explained, and Kugo the Mighty, who you may know from Counter-Strike Go streams, some friends of mine that I've made over the years. I've decided to come and play. We'll see what happens. It's right now, it's kind of we're waiting for other people to jump in, and then we'll see if other people have to fill in those back slots. But the thought process and the storyline for this one, which we'll see how interesting I can make it, it takes place in the City of Splendors, the city of Waterdeep, but the entire campaign for 24 hours is set in a coffee shop.
Ooh.
Homebrew coffee shop in Waterdeep. People show up for their work shift when they show up to play. People run for longer. I guess they're doing a double shift that day.
Nice.
And I have to come up with a way to make 24 hours of people in a coffee shop interesting.
I've been in a coffee shop for up to 10 hours. It's not interesting.
Well, it also didn't involve magic in Dungeons & Dragons.
It did not involve those things.
I know right now, I think there's a talk of, I know there's at least a fire genasi out there named Tinder who hits on everybody.
Second favorite fire genasi name right there.
I believe there's talks of either an Eladrin warlock with a coffee patron who changes seasons based on a seasonal coffee offering. Possibly the Coffeeed patron. We're going to see if that becomes a thing. Or a Warforged druid who's expected to keep the machines running because, like, they're family, right?
Yeah.
Or a Christmas kitty cleric who's getting a job for the holidays but drinks more milk than coffee. We'll see. Again, it's Extra Life, so you can donate to add traps, you can donate to add decks of many things, wish spells, things like that. So typically those streams start very loose with the rules, and then it just goes to shit because somebody pulls a deck of many things and now their soul's trapped in a coffee cup in a rival shop, and now you gotta go get them.
You gotta go get them.
You go down into the basement and holy shit, there's a hole in the wall in the basement that leads to a dungeon. Or the tea shop across the street is their rivals and there's an ongoing war. This stuff happens. We'll see.
Could there be like a tea party?
Go on.
Where you can throw all of the rival tea shops' tea into the bag.
We will have to talk about that after, Jake.
Say, down the drain?
You have to do it from your drain, though. You have to go capture their tea, and they're trying to capture your
But with
coffee. And it's like that game Dragon Egg, where there was that line, and you had to run across, and you get captured.
You know what? These are all good ideas.
Or with a tea shop across the street.
Yeah, the J Dragon tea shop in Waterdeep.
Ooh, I would just like to go there for tea, if that's an option.
No. You
The Jade Dragon?
bastard.
What, are you gonna drink hot leaf water?
No, I'm never gonna drink hot leaf water.
Exactly.
I'm only gonna drink hot
Jade
water.
Dragons, and we're gonna get classy
Tea
jasmine
water,
tea.
leaf water versus bean juice.
I want hot bean
battle
juice,
that rages
okay?
on.
Throw a little cow pus in there. Bam.
Where did I get them?
A little fake cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
Along with most of the things that I
But just
have.
as addictive.
I have the different colors too.
I don't like cocaine. I just love the smell.
You like kerosene, you mean?
Yeah, I love kerosene.
Yeah.
It's my
I
favorite
like these
thing.
glasses a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They do.
Thank you. Well, now we're going to start the game.
All right.
So, so last time, the party landed in Bricken's homestead. Oz left, taking the party fund in the ship, and their ship's captain, Dick, and Dick's companion, Barry. So Oz, Dick, and Barry are off on adventures.
ODB.
Which, sometime in the future, I hope, we will film on an off time the adventures of Oz. Or should I say, Chongo and Friends.
Oh.
And we'll see what happens behind the scenes. While Sean will be playing a new character whose name and race and everything I didn't bother hiding. It's all below the stream. We'll get to that in a bit. So, you guys, basically it was the Black Dragon, Westraxus, attacked the city of Bricken's homestead. The attacks have stopped momentarily. The dragon, the name sounds familiar to a dragon known as Karstraxus, who had plagued the dwarves in the realms of the north.
Except this guy's whack.
Many centuries ago, during the time of the Age of Heroes, when Garrick Dragon Smasher got his name by defeating Karstraxus and cleaving the top of his skull off, horns and all, to make a pretty badass shield. Pretty badass. Known as the Dread Wall, which the dwarves know. It's preserved down within the dwarven archives. So, Rick knows about that.
Yeah, I know that.
Totes.
You do not.
I told you about it.
The party met back up with Grizzly Maddox, who told them what the scenario was. And basically they decided, what are we going to do? We've got this undead scourge thing going on. Bricken Ironstar of Bricken's homestead. His legendary relics and artifacts are missing, potentially pilfered from the dragon, as they are just beacons of magical energy, or, opportunists stole them in the night, no one knows.
Either which way, having the dragon around is not good.
No.
Nope.
So rather than trying to track down Oz, who left with their only means of transportation at the moment.
Yeah, basically impossible to catch him at this point.
I was going to say, there's nothing we can do.
The party decided...
And all our money, internet. He took all of our gold.
How much was it?
1,500.
Yeah.
I have 1,500
That's fair.
written here.
I don't need
Well, yeah, it was 1,500.
It was probably a lot closer to
5,000?
No. It was 1,658 gold, 3 silver, and 4 gems with 200 gold.
And how much gold did Oz have, personally?
Oz didn't have that much.
A lot of that.
Oz had 1,519.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Oz left, and then the party basically put together this plan. The plan is they're going to try to get rid of the dragon.
Here we are.
They want to help Bricken's homestead out. The Dwarven War, they hear rumors, is going well due to the production of adamantine, due to one of the party's first missions, retrieving the heat pump to the old adamantine forges. So, the party said, we're going to try to go and meet the dwarves and see if we can't parlay with them and possibly convince them to relinquish some forces if possible, or armaments, something, to aid in us taking out the dragon. And if the dragon gets taken out, then maybe it's like a you help us, we help you. Will you come help us take care of the dragon, which will potentially pose a problem to the dwarves at some point.
Sure.
And then, if things go well there, Bricken's homestead will offer troops to help the dwarves on their mission, their war. That's what I recall. Was that correct?
That's the plan.
So, that's where we left off last time.
Yep, and we went to bed.
Yes.
Did we talk about anything about the werebears maybe joining in?
You did bring that up, and it was mentioned that the
They had their own
They
stuff
seemed
going
to
on,
know
right?
what was going on.
the Wendigos were
the
gaining.
specialized.
Yeah, they were
got
gaining
powerful.
power, and it seems, and the thought was that or I guess it was mentioned that it seemed like their growth in power was right around the dragon's appearance. Whether they're integrated, that's not known.
Because the area got more jungly, right? Got thicker.
Yep.
Yep, it was more difficult to travel through. There was more mist going
There's a lot of
on.
mist
Water
going
was
on.
The water was
spoiling.
spoiling.
Which is attributed to black dragons.
Bunch of
Things that they do.
So, if we want it to be Bricken's homestead still, we should do something about it. Otherwise, it'll be
We can certainly try.
Freaking swamp stuff.
it'll just not be a place anymore. And then this whole top corner of the continent will just be like, oh,
Just
don't go there.
Oh, well, might as well just start traveling south at this point.
We just slowly
Slowly
destroy Ted's new world.
Unintentionally
Up
just
until
destroy
here,
it.
and then we leave all
Oh, the
that
unintentional
up here.
evil game.
Yeah, you
All
just
that
take.
is good until we get to the Knollwood.
Except Ben. Ben sucks.
And then don't go
Unless we
in.
destroy this, we go to a different
I
continent.
know.
So here seems good.
That Henderson's cream ale.
Yeah.
You
Great
said something
export.
about
And
another
fish.
continent, right?
Yeah.
A
That's
lot
where
of
I'm
the
from.
freshwater fish come from
That's what I'm saying. Once we
What?
destroy all of
Another
this,
continent, right?
we'll
There's
just move to
several.
a different continent.
Yeah.
Probably do the
There's
same
several.
there.
Yeah.
There's other things going on.
There's
Do you
gotta be
have a
things.
world map?
He does. Not here right now. We have.
You have. Yeah, there's at least 3 other continents.
There's Bold and Brash, which is the ice continent.
Yes.
If you Google Evrand map, the map of the whole world is the one that pops up.
Really?
That's well, like you gotta find it.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like not the first thing that pops up. But when I was making my new character's backstory, I was looking for
A place.
a place for him to have lived outside of, other than like the 3 I could remember. Westwick, that was the one I couldn't remember. So I tried to Google the Evrand map, and I only got like the very first one with all 4 continents. And then I was just like, I think that there's a thing. That's where he was ish.
Yeah.
That's fine.
The best place.
So, that's where the party wakes up the next morning.
Yeah, it's the first one that pops up.
That's probably because you opened it and then went off. Pop it right in the top. So we wake
They
up.
are listening.
You wake up.
How many people are in the barracks?
What did I tell you?
Which one am I from?
Norin.
Cool.
Like the bottom
Yeah.
left. Let me go to Bricken's Homestead and call some people out of the population and find out how many there is.
Can I go talk to the turtle about getting us some ghillie suits?
Doug.
They'll never see us in our gillies.
You guys know you're going into the
Quite
Mines.
right.
you're going
Go
into
to
the mines.
Well, if he makes them, starts making them now,
I see. Alright.
maybe they'll be done by the time we get back.
They're like dwarven size too. Maybe he can teach.
Oh
us.
yeah, I'll look like a spiky bit of
Bush.
ground.
Aw, you can be a cactus.
Give me a rock.
We'll make you a cactus. We'll
I
just
got a
stick stuff
rock.
on you.
So
Yeah.
that's how you gotta roll.
So
Stick some moss on you.
active member count at this point is roughly like 600, which is about 400 less than when we left.
Ooh.
Alright, I will go see if the cooks need any help with breakfast then.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's the population of the city before the dragon attack was about 7,000.
Yeah.
1,000 of those active duty in the barracks there. So, okay, yeah, I mean, they're not going to turn down your help.
Sure.
Because,
I'm a culinary master.
that is true.
Gonna create 10 barrels of water again.
You do that, yeah. No, they're very thankful for that because,
That's 20 barrels of water, right?
yep, between yesterday and today. So that's good.
That is
Anything else that you guys want to do? Well, I don't know what your plan is. So, yeah, basically, they've basically drafted there was a kind of a very small select group of hunters and trappers that would go out and provide basically meat for the town. I mean, for pay and things like that, but the Silent Quiver was the name of that group, about 25, 50 people or so. And they kind of drafted those all in to be scouts and the watchmen on the wall. And Nivra has joined that group.
Okay.
The kind of to foray out to get what's needed. But there's been, obviously issues with the terrain itself seems to be an enemy.
How many did you say?
No, call it 50.
Can I see a copy of the monster manual, please?
So those guys are going out to look for the.
They're searching. Yeah, they didn't spare all of them, but they sent Nivra and like a group of 5 to go try and find the dragon's lair. They know the general direction that it left after it attacked, and they're
Is gonna go ask somebody.
yeah. It was
back towards the mountains or south, right?
Yeah, south.
Okay.
Southeasterly.
Yeah.
From
So-
where you are.
I'm gonna ask Grizzly Maddox for like a
This way.
see if he wanted
You're
to
at
like
north.
write a letter
Where you're sitting.
or something.
Okay.
See if we get out of the Queen Fireforge, just in case he had specific numbers or like, just kind of reaching out leader to leader there like that. And then aside from that, I'm pretty much ready to go. I guess, what do we want to ask for, like, if there are any volunteers from their group who might want to come?
I don't want to meet him there.
Liver's busy, right? Scouting out there.
Yeah, she left. You wanted to go talk to Doug.
Yep.
Yes.
So you eventually go. He's kind of posted up in like a corner of the barracks with just like wool and like all sorts of materials. And you see him there. And imagine Master Oogway from Kung Fu Panda. It's just like but like a younger version of him. But he's still got that like smile on, and he's just knitting. Like, he's got his turtle claws.
So I'm gonna say Doug.
In the middle of the barracks, he says, lights this right up.
And it's good to see you and the others from Gouger, the remaining few. I'm very happy to see that you were able to help my my militia and protect them.
And he's knitting away with his fingers. He's got all of his fingers, but he's using these 4.
Doug, do you have extra rugs by any chance for my companions and I to take with us as we venture out to the dwarves through the forests, so that we could travel undetected with the wendigos and dragons in the area?
And he's like, yeah, man.
Oh, great. That's great. So you have them now, right?
What?
The rugs?
Oh, rugs, yeah. I have rugs.
Did you see mine? I mean, it's been great.
Yeah.
It's holding up well. So how much would you charge for that?
He's like, hey, man, no charge.
Alright, I'm gonna give him just a little gouger.
And he's just like,
How much you got left?
Yeah.
So you're just giving it away at this point.
I
think we agreed that you had about an ounce left, maybe 2.
Yeah, so just a little.
Not a handful, perhaps.
Here's this.
Just like one nice nugget.
Oh, okay.
One
he's
nice
like,
leaf.
with the other 2 fingers grabbing, he's like, thanks, man.
I got 3 rugs, right?
And he's like, oh, you want them now?
Please.
Oh. Okay. And he's just like slowly moving. He gets up from his chair and he turtle waddles over.
Here, let me help you.
He's like, no, I got it, man.
Okay.
It's good. Just relax, man.
You're right. What am I doing? It's been so long since I've been home, This outside world.
And he's like, it's all good.
And this whole scourge of mine,
He's like,
I'm gonna start eating some munchies.
and he's like, man, it's yours?
I feel so guilty.
The scourge is yours, man?
Ours, man, but like...
It's not mine.
I
don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, you did it? Is all you?
I did. I awoke the... I'm gonna tell him a story about how I was trying to make a monument for my parents and I found the magic, whatever they did.
And he's like, man, why didn't you tell anybody? Like,
man, we tried
why
to
didn't you,
save the town.
you just said you went down and then you're like, I got stuff. Let me go deep. Why don't you be like, hey, here's the stuff for the monument? Then at least the monument would have been made, man. Why you gotta be greedy? Why you gotta delve too deep? Man.
I was told that was the ocean.
Doug cuts like a knife.
Yeah, speak that truth.
No, it's a sharp fingernails.
So you want those rugs like now, man?
Real slow.
And he goes and gets them, and he brings you one, and he walks back over to get a second one.
It's cool, man. I'm not trying to be like a bug in one,
And he's like,
trying to bug you for the rugs. Need a bug in the rug. It's been a hard.
and he's like, man, it's still not funny. And he gives you the second
It's
rug.
not. I started the scourge. Nothing is funny anymore, man.
And he's like, nah, man, like your jokes. They weren't funny like
They're
2
not.
years ago. They're not funny now, man.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah. He left. With that boat.
Yeah.
Smart guy.
And he gives you the third rug.
The fire wasn't heavy enough.
All right. Oh, thank you. I'll
Be
put
warm
this in my
now?
backpack.
Yeah, it's basically, it is a drug rug, but it's like in browns and blacks and greens.
Oh, my colors.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
I'm not wearing it.
You're just gonna rip through it.
I'm not gonna wear it.
Fair.
I appreciate it. It's just not doesn't match my outfit.
If we ever have to like stealth.
Yeah, if we ever have to stealth,
I'm
it
gonna be
comes down
far
to
away from you guys if you have stuff.
have to stealth. I will maybe stand still.
Good move.
Yeah, if you just don't move at all, you don't make noise at least. There's breakfast. Let's go.
Yeah. You got like this.
Anything you want to do, Brina, before we leave?
No, I'm good.
This town's kind of... It
I'm
was
not
nicer
trying to drink.
before.
Huh?
She's just a child.
It's the morning. I'm not a savage.
Yeah. What's wrong with you? Just because some people
Why are you
indulge their vices at 6:30 in the morning doesn't mean everybody does. Alright.
So let's go.
Yeah.
Do I get a letter from Grizzly Maddox?
yeah, he gives you one and it's folded up and it's wax sealed.
Yeah.
With the iron.
Letter K.
With the iron seal.
Tacklebar!
It's sealed.
Who are you talking to?
Hey.
This guy right here.
Hey,
How's the wall, man? You got a nice boat.
it's a coffee cup.
You can tell just by looking at
But
it.
you also have
Yeah.
the bow sling on your arm, right? You got like the ghillie suit.
No,
and
that's
you're,
a
like,
shirt.
Scout.
Brina,
What's up?
you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Some other guy.
So
comes
we
like,
start walking out of town, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Wait, you walking out of town with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're moving.
Okay, so you guys are
No,
gonna...
I'm riding.
Oh, fuck.
You guys feel Oz's anger from across the sea.
There's like a prickling on the back of all of your necks.
And a high-pitched shrill in your ears.
So you got that real sneaky rug now, right? But you're riding a horse.
Should've got one for the horse.
Should've got one for the horse.
Does the horse glow?
Wait, can I have yours, man?
No. That was
No.
a gift.
Does radiant hooves?
No, it's
What do you
just...
mean, what the hell? You get
No, it does extra. It does magic
first off, it was
damage,
gift.
extra damage to undead.
Okay.
But it's
Secondly,
like
no.
it's like
It's
a
not gonna
fawn
fit the horse
color,
either.
buffy
Dwarf size.
It's golden,
It's not magic.
with like white hair and white.
Fold
Yeah.
it.
But like a Clydesdale, but like
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Here you go.
Alright, so I'm gonna cut it
What's happening?
in half
Have mine.
and put it on the back half of the horse.
That way,
Like
we're
camouflage.
sneaky from behind.
Who gets to be the front half of the horse?
He does.
Weird.
Well, I'm wearing the ghillie suit, so with me with a ghillie suit and on the back of the horse with a ghillie suit, at least the back of us look like a ghillie suit.
You're right. Still funny. Alright, so there's not really much in the way of roads.
Yeah, so
just
like
kinda go.
this, but a Clydesdale size.
Oh, okay.
This is his horse.
Oh shit!
Majestic
That
AF.
is
Yeah, it's very
that
pretty.
is
And
that's
then
got
there's
some
tattoo.
bloodline to it.
Yeah, it's almost as though you know that the town you bought it in is a town known for its
Yes.
equine bloodline,
Yes.
and you participated in a race that helped
It
do
was a
that.
roan, if I can remember.
I think so. Well, no, that's what
No,
you
that's what I
rode,
wrote. Shit.
not what you bought. Anyway, so you guys set out into the woods to head towards the gate, the Burr-Crin gate that leads into Carrickfair from in the mountains nearby Bricken's homestead. So it'll take you guys a little while to get there.
It takes like 4 days or something.
I don't think it takes that long.
Okay.
I don't think it took you guys...
Oh, it was just an overnight.
Yeah, it was like,
You're just-
but it's going to take you a little bit longer just because of the nature of the terrain is now fighting against you.
Right.
Because
And
of
this-
dragons.
Yeah.
So
Dragons.
Dragons.
Dragons, yes.
Yeah, multiple dragons path.
How's my egg doing?
I don't know. How's it doing? You taking care of it?
Yeah.
What you been doing with it?
Keeping it cold.
That's good. That's what you're supposed to do.
Read the book.
Yeah?
When I can.
Okay.
When I have in game.
Gotcha. Okay, so you guys are heading off into the woods, and in the meantime, we'll take a brief cut away from you guys as we turn to you.
Ooh.
Reverance, as you, not having known, you've been sent on this mission. You know you have a target, and this target seems, through the means that you have and conversations you've had, is elusive to divinations and scryings, at least of the traditional type.
Oh, fuck.
Yes. So, basically, it's very reactive. And there's been rumors and basically the kind of general feel that the Church of Kelemvor gets. I guess you can kind of associate it sort of like the Force, right? Okay. Like how Obi-Wan felt like a bunch of voices cry out in anguish and then were silenced. Like they felt that there was a big surge in like sudden, unexpected death coming from the north in the Bricken's homestead area. So not knowing what caused it, that's probably a good place to start. Cool. So you were sent there, and you are obviously quite far from there, and ship travel, if your target is on the move, by the time you get there, not gonna work. So they prepared a ancient, and it took a while to put this together, this teleportation ritual. It was strange. It's a Kelemvorian. I don't even know if that's the right term.
I like it,
I'm
though.
going to go with it.
Yeah.
So basically what they did is there's a lot of funerary incantations and burial rite conversations, and you were essentially lowered into a grave. Not in a coffin, just like in the ground. And I guess in sort of like a Black Panther way, where they kind of like cover you up with dirt so you can commune with the ancestors. It's that, but you are then kind of teleported through the roots of the world tree to another grave site that they've kind of divined. So you actually, in kind of like outside of Bricken's homestead, well, I guess you're going to find out, but you kind of come to in darkness, in dirt. So you're able to easily
I do that.
claw your way out. And you make your way out, and you're immediately hit with the cold. But you prepared for this because you knew where you were going. And you see that you are basically coming out of the ground in what seems to have been some sort of mass grave.
Okay.
And here you are.
Oh, God. Yeah. All right. On the ground.
Make me a perception check.
I see him
12.
fall out of this grave. I'm gonna put him right back in.
12? Okay, you can see the palisade walls of Bricken's homestead. You can see that as you come up out of this dirt, that there is several of, this is in the hundreds, the graves here. So potentially, this is most likely the sudden death that you had been sent here to investigate. And from the distance, hello, Brian and Initiative Coffee Company.
Hey.
Hello, this is what we're drinking right here. You see basically off in the distance, kind of as you hear to like the gates like swinging open. Actually, it's more creaky because it's on pulleys, and you see a small kind of party off in the distance leaving the city, heading east towards the mountains as you dust yourself off and get all the dirt out of all the spots.
All right, cool. I'm gonna head over to them. This small party.
Yes. You guys can all make me perception checks as well.
Oh, 14.
10. Okay. So you guys.
Passive is 16.
That's great. But it's also obscured due to the fog.
Shit.
So your passive's 11.
So they don't seem to see you as you're. That's this thing I wanted to look up. Hang on.
I should have picked up some more rations when we were in the town.
So you see, you can kind of, again, as you come out, sort of your eyes are adjusting to the scenario. And
A couple weeks, but, better
you
safe
see
than
that there is two smaller shapes and one taller, larger shape on the back of a horse.
Oh.
And you can
Seems
hear,
odd, but okay.
yeah, you can hear the distinctive click-clopping of the horse as it heads
Very majestically.
majestically, apparently.
Oh, the
away.
majestic clip clop.
It is the most.
So does it have like a French accent or something?
No, that would be
That's silly.
silly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see them. They don't seem to take any note of you.
All right, I'll call out. Hail, folk.
Hail!
Who's talking?
That guy
It's me.
Oh!
I
just hailed us.
apologize for startling you, tiny person.
Good morning.
Do you have information on a mass death in the area recently?
This area.
There was a dragon?
Yes.
Yeah, dragon attacked.
Can you explain further, please?
Yeah, I can give you a quick rundown of the whole situation,
I would like that.
which I will do.
Now I'm up to speed.
Now you're up to speed.
Very well.
So anyway, that's why we're heading to the dwarven stronghold. We're gonna see if we can get some help from the dwarves, and then if we can do that, we're gonna come back here, attempt to deal with the dragon. Then we're heading south to deal with the
Mass death there.
scourge down that way.
That was a lot of information.
Yeah.
I only asked for part of it. But I appreciate your candor.
Yeah.
Sir, may I have your name?
I'm Cedric Umbrick.
And you, man with horse.
Wade Gouger.
Does your horse have a name?
It does. Trin.
Trin, well met, noble beast.
Rita!
Oh, God.
This is Jack Cooper.
Like you see emerging not from the front, but from the side. You didn't expect to see it.
I did not expect him from the side.
Jack Cooper, go there.
And there's an ugly feathered turkey bird. Actually, yeah.
Your bird seems ill, Brina.
Listen, he's really sensitive about how he looks. He kind of had a messed up birth. Just, You're beautiful, Jack Cooper. Who's my handsome boy? Who's my handsome boy?
So what brings you here?
Death.
Oh, what does he look like?
What do you look like?
I am about 6'1", a little bit taller, purple skin, yellow and red eyes like Sith eyes, like Darth Maul eyes. Horns like sticking out of the front of the head with like antlers. One is like half broke.
Okay.
One is like full, not broke. Messy brown hair, a goatee, just the bottom bit, and it's kind of pointed, almost sinister, but not quite.
Right.
And an adventure. Thank you for your kind words, Brina. I am Reverance, acolyte of Kelemvor.
So kind of death.
Yeah. You all would have. He's the god of death.
Yeah. So you're kind
The
of death.
dwarven god of death, but he's the god of death.
Yeah. Not where I'm headed.
To my enemies, I am death, and to my friends,
Deep man.
I am generally not.
Cool. Let's be friends.
It's a safer option.
So, what are you doing here?
Kelemvor himself has sent me to find someone who does not belong on this earthly plane.
Oh.
And
we're good. Sorry.
Kelemvor's neutral.
Yeah. Still got a death, so.
Death comes for us all, man.
Yeah. Except the people who avoid it
That's true.
with magic.
That's true.
not for long.
Smart.
Well, I mean, some of them do it for a while,
For a long time.
but it's not like this is not the way I go.
If I may, your names strike a chord in my memory. I was given a vision from Kelemvor that my target will cross your path at some point.
Oh,
I would be honored if you would let me join your group until that day.
sure. Who's your target?
It is a secret.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
How do we know
Yeah, sure.
that your target isn't one of us?
It is not.
Can I insight
We're
that?
friends
Sure.
now.
Sure.
Can't be his target. We're friends.
14.
I mean,
He wasn't trying to deceive.
you weren't trying to deceive, right?
No.
So, no?
Okay.
You're not sure, though. I mean, you're like,
Weird.
It's a weird guy.
If
All right, tall, dark, and brooding.
if one of my targets was you, I would have attacked while your backs were turned and not hailed you.
Good point. You have a description of your target? Oh no, it's a secret. Sorry, I forgot.
It is a well-kept secret.
Anything we can do to aid you in your search?
He will inevitably cross your path, and I will just wait until that day. If that's
I think we picked up a
all right
stray.
with you.
Yeah. You're telling me.
Yeah, what do you do?
I look him over. What does he got on him?
what do you got?
Breastplate, shield, sweet sword in a...
Do you have the sword, or is it away?
Oh. It's away.
So shield, no sword.
I do have a short sword.
Oh, short sword.
Little short sword, little pouch on my hip. You know what it is? Backpack and clothes.
That short sword all
They're
you
great.
fight with?
No, I almost never. use it.
Any true hellry?
No.
Does he have any magic on?
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
He is magic.
That is kind of
You
rude.
have Magic?
Is that rude?
Kind of.
Is
Oh, I don't know
Is it though?
anything about
We
it.
don't know you. We're meeting in a weird misty wood. It's better safe than sorry.
You got a bunch of dirt on you.
Yes, I emerged from the mass grave over there.
I reach up real tall.
Are you thirsty?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm gonna control water out in front of you, like a little ball of water.
You just go.
I know it's pure because, you know, like gravity, all the dust and dirt falls out of it.
That is not how gravity works, but I appreciate your gesture, and I... Tasty.
Out of the grave.
Yes. Well, no. Well, yes.
Yeah.
You crawled from a grave?
I did. It is a special Kelemvorian ritual of teleportation.
Okay.
Just slowly
Fair
back
You
enough.
can
away.
make insight checks if you want. I mean, or history/religion checks.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Eight.
Maybe.
Your friend here can cast magic. Do you sense necromancy magic on me?
Yeah.
Do you take the time to take an action to focus to learn? Does he?
Well, I'm not undead.
That's true. But do you have?
Vigilance isn't doing the thing.
No,
right?
it's not doing a
Fiends.
thing. He's not a fiend.
That's good.
Not really.
Not really.
No, I mean, detect magic tells you. I mean, it would say what type of. I don't know if it'll actually tell you what type
What
of
kind of magic is it?
arcane. I give you that.
It's a fancy word.
Yeah, if you
You know
sense
what?
magic, you
We'll
can
have to-
see.
Choose democratically whether or not you can join us.
It's true.
That is a excellent way to decide things.
All right. Team, what do you guys think?
He's right there, but I don't care.
He kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just looking for yes or no, though.
I mean, if you.
Go with
yeah,
the gut.
Sure.
We think.
I mean, you guys took me in, so like.
I would love it if you guys would. No. Oh.
I hadn't thought of that.
No. And we just gained stalker.
Yeah, basically,
Throughout all
I
of our
just walk
adventures.
100 feet behind you at all times.
Combat starts.
Take 2
Do
turns.
I?
Everyone might do
Yeah.
Do I?
Because you gotta keep us alive so you can find the guy.
That's true.
True, man.
Or girl.
The person, my target.
Them.
Whoever
Yes.
they may be.
I'm gonna pray on it, see if I get a feeling on what I should do.
I notice the Trinity on your something.
Yes. It's
Torm and my god Kelemvor have a close history.
That's true.
all right.
Torm helped Kelemvor rise to godhood.
Oh.
By the way, if you ever want to read something really confusing, read the lore about the god pantheon of D&D on a Wikipedia page. It is...
It assumes you know a lot.
Yeah! And it doesn't. Like, there was a god of death, and he killed Kelemvor, and then he was looking for Kelemvor's soul, which was stuck in his sword, named Godsbane. But Godsbane was actually the god Mask in
Talking
disguise.
about Jurgle, right? Is that?
Cyric?
Oh, Cyric. Yeah.
Circle.
Yeah. So then Mask teamed up with Mistra, Ogma, and Torm to overthrow Cyric, and then Kelemvor became the new god of death.
Well, they needed somebody, and he was right there.
He was a sweet dude. He was a cool dude.
But now he's a god.
Yeah, now he's a cool guy.
Alright.
There's a lot of that. Well,
assume
it's
just
basically you had the time of troubles where all the gods became human, and all of the magic users lost their ability to cast magic because all the gods were given mortality because Lord Ao, who's the god of all gods, created all the gods, had an issue with some of the stuff that they were doing. So that's, I think, how Mistra died the second time.
Yeah.
Because she tried to go back and she's like, no, I think it was either Helm or Torm was the protector of the god realms. And she's like, no, but I gotta get in there. And he's like, no, you don't. And she's like, yes, I do. And he was like, nope, you're dead.
Mistra.
So
Mighty, mighty beast.
She didn't roll well that day.
no,
Alright.
she wasn't Flint.
What do you think?
Pray on it.
Okay.
Oh, gods. I worship.
No.
Cool. So
Sure.
it seems as though the decision is your own to make.
Yes.
Your gods aren't going to provide you insight on something potentially so trivial.
Ah, cool, you're in.
6 and a 2.
Thank you, Rick.
It's Cedric.
Oh, I apologize, Cedric.
It's no problem. Yeah, so we're just gonna walk north for a while, and then probably head east some.
I will follow you there, north and east.
What languages do you speak?
Common, Infernal, and Celestial.
I'm sure that might be useful at some point.
I thought so.
I mean, that's just what you know, you know?
Well, I learned them.
Oh. I can only speak Dwarvish.
And Common.
I guess. Everybody can speak Common, though.
Oh, dwarf goblin.
Okay.
I'm gonna say we can all speak in Dwarven.
No, I forgot to give myself the
Dwarven.
extra language for a +1 intelligence mod.
So if we ever need
So
to speak,
now I also know how to speak Dwarven.
Gnomish?
Go see a dragon. That means
Oh,
usually
thank
they'll come.
this is gonna depend on whether I say this or not.
Okay. What is?
In Dwarven,
Oh. No, I don't know Dwarven.
I'm gonna say to them, we can
No
speak
how.
Dwarven to each other, and he can't understand us, so says he.
So you hear him gesture to these two and speak in a language you don't understand.
You are a very rude person, Wave.
Why?
You...
That's fine. Let's go.
Okay. May I ask a quick question before we go?
Of course.
Why are you like this?
Like
We've been
what?
asking ourselves that for a long time.
As the scriptures say, I have a bad feeling about this.
So, You guys continue to travel, and you notice here as well, for the first time having seen this one, everything is lightly obscured due to the fog and the mist that rolls through this whole area. But at the same time, travel just takes longer, just due to, like, there's branches where there shouldn't be, like, you stumble and you have to stop and climb over fallen logs, and there's briar things, and it's just a pain in the ass. There is no, like, even though you feel like I should be further along with the amount I've traveled so far, doesn't seem to be the case. So after about 3 hours of traveling together, where you guys have been talking or not, everybody make me a perception check.
So what kind of food do you like? 6.
8.
I have subsisted
17.
at a temple with very meager rations, so I like most foods.
All right, cool.
I'm not very picky.
Fair enough.
17, 6, 8,
20.
20. Okay. So you two are not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
It's not yet. Give me a sec.
I'm just angry.
I know you are. As you're traveling through an area of relatively thick undergrowth, and there's brambles and things, and you guys are walking through, and it doesn't surprise you as you kind of make your way between a more narrow passageway as they come to life and assault you. So I will need you to roll for initiative.
Ha! Internet. I am not surprised.
14.
I don't see this, but I'm not surprised anyway.
10.
Advantage now. 6. What do you want from me?
Wait, what did you
All
roll?
the same. 6.
6.
Second time.
What's your dexterity?
11.
11.
Alright, who goes first?
11.
12.
Damn.
Alright.
What's that, guys? Trees? Something came to life?
Vines.
Vines.
You had a what?
14.
Do it for the vine.
So ground around us came to life. Right?
Yep.
Can I punch vines?
You can punch anything.
That's true.
You're practicing punching marble,
That's true.
so you should be.
Be able to hit
Yeah.
anything.
Rick will be very disappointed in Rena if you can't punch anything.
Okay, so first up,
See how the rolls go.
these things come out of, or appear, and assault. So, start with Brina. She's the smallest-ish. The least of the threatening. So, the 20 hit?
Yeah.
Alright, so you are going to take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Boo.
And then does a 22 hits, I assume.
Yeah, you said 14?
Yep. And then another 14.
Boo.
And you are subsumed inside this mass of undergrowth and vines. You are considered blinded, restrained, unable to breathe, as it is literally crushing the life out of you. The other one is going to go for you, Reverance. So here we go. That is a 16.
Yes.
And that's cocked. Natural one, so it misses. Alright, Brina, it's your turn. You're surprised. But I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Roll action.
Goddamn. Lucky.
Good.
Better, much better. 21.
Okay. That is okay. Yep. So that's your turn. Reverence.
All right. From a hidden sheath behind my backpack, because it takes an action. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I will draw my blade, which you haven't seen yet. It's pretty sweet. It shines bright like a diamond. And then bonus action, I'm going to cast Searing Smite.
Nice.
And I'm going to attack this thing. So that is a 19.
That hits.
It takes, does damage type matter?
Yes.
Alright, it's going to take 8 fire damage.
But you get the feeling of fire, not as effective, shockingly, against
I
this.
am shocked.
What about fire? Didn't do anything?
Didn't
Not as
do
much.
as
No,
much.
didn't do as much.
And 7 regular damage.
Right.
Okay.
Is it Fiend or Undead?
No.
Cool. And I think it's on fire now? Searing Smite?
I don't know.
Whatever. I'll attack again and then look up if it's on fire. And that is going to be a 24.
That will also hit.
Alright. And that is going to be... Smite.
Okay.
Stick knife. Third level spells?
Yes.
That was a 4. Does force damage matter? Cool. 4, 10, 17. 17 plus 6 is 23.
23. Okay. That was your action and your bonus action. Alright. You good?
I am.
Alright. Wait.
I remember. Now I remember what else.
What was looking for?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna attack.
Okay, which one?
There's more than one.
There's 2. One that currently has Brina inside it, and then the other one that's fighting Reverance.
Okay, so I'm gonna Toll of the Dead with my war magic, the one that's got Brina.
Okay. What's the save? What's the save?
Oh, it's a save.
Yes. What's your DC?
15.
DC 15. Wisdom save?
Yes.
13.
Okay. It's cocked.
It's a D8. It hasn't been damaged yet.
It's
Yeah.
It has not taken any damage yet. It's 2D8 because you're hit level 5.
okay. That's 8.
8 points.
And then I'm gonna attack the one that has Reverence.
Right, it doesn't have him. He's just fighting it.
That is fighting Reverence.
Yep.
And that's gonna be 19.
That does it.
And it's not a fiend.
It is not a fiend.
And that's gonna be 11 points.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna action surge.
Alright.
And I'm gonna attack the one that's attacking Reverence for 26. And do 15 points of damage. And I'm going to attack again, do the same with the hit, and do 10 points of damage to it.
Okay. So, Reverence, you see wave spinning around this flail as it continues to impact into this guy. Let me see. How many d8s did you roll for your smite?
1 for the weapon, 4 for the spell.
Okay, cool. Just checking. Oh, did you want to knock it prone?
Can it be knocked prone?
It can.
That would have given Pat advantage on all of these, so since I didn't say it, I'm not going to retcon and say I did.
We could say you didn't, and you forgot, and then it's still prone. But it'll stand up on its turn, though.
Yeah.
Well, that would give Rick advantage. But...
Sure, yeah, it's knocked over.
Okay.
It's also on a little bit of fire.
Okay. Cool. We'll come back to that. Rick, you're surprised.
Like Katie said.
No, I'm not.
Oh, no, you're not.
Being surprised.
Too much fire?
I'm gonna be so very angry.
That's
And
fair.
I'm gonna
his whole
take
thing.
that fear
He's like,
and I'm just gonna turn it instantaneously into a rage.
Okay.
And I see Brina get absorbed into this thing.
You do.
Do I see her still?
Does a D6?
Kind of, maybe?
Can I grab her and pull her out?
You would have to use your action to pull her out.
Alright, I'll do that.
alright, cool.
Okay, you can make me an athletics check.
Yeah.
You're good at those.
I'm so good at those. 6.
Really?
No, that's impossible.
If anyone could do it, it'd be Jake.
I start with 11.
If anyone could do it, it'd be Jake.
27.
Person in the party now.
You are.
You
think I'm second.
extricate her
Alright.
from this thing.
I'm gonna put her behind me,
Okay.
and then I'm just gonna be right up on this thing.
Okay. It is its turn. Alright. The one it's gonna throw one at you, Wave. For 22.
Oh, hit.
Alright, you're gonna take 14 points of bludgeoning damage. It's gonna try to hit you again with a natty 20, so that's gonna hit.
That usually hits.
You're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
take actually, I rolled like shit. You're only gonna take 14 points of damage.
It's only the fourth time you've done 14 points a day
I know.
in a row.
That was 48 out of the 14 points, so that's pretty shitty.
That's pretty bad.
But you're now absorbed inside it. You are restrained. You are unable to breathe, and you are blind as well. And then the other one's gonna go for you, Rick.
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, that hits.
You are gonna.
It takes 2 damage.
You're gonna take 15 points, reduced to 8.
Yeah, I am. Oh, look, my temporary hit points. Oh, no.
Oh shit, chill blade, temporary hit point.
I should have done
Yeah,
that.
probably should have done that.
You used all your stuff, though.
Sorry, 19?
19 hits, yeah.
Okay, you are gonna take 5. That's already reduced.
Alright.
And it takes 2, right?
It takes 2 twice.
Yeah, I got that. You are absorbed, you are blinded, restrained, unable to breathe.
Welcome to the party, man.
Alright, Rena, it's your turn. You watch as Rick pulls you out, and then he gets pulled in. And
Rick
so
gets
does
pulled in?
Yeah,
and so does Wave.
Oh no! I go punch the one with Rick.
Okay. Go ahead and make attack roll.
Hopefully. 22.
That hits.
11 points of damage.
Not bad.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, it's still up.
Do it again.
Okay.
27.
It also hits.
11 points of damage.
Alright.
And again. 15.
Hits.
Cool.
Right. That's a big pile of
11 points of damage again.
Damn it, alright.
big pile of ground. Just
And one other. Oh, gee. 14?
Misses.
Dang it, so close.
So close.
You feel these, they're lessened by the sheer amount of foliage, but you feel the impacts.
I'm happy.
Oh, Tad Cooper.
Yeah, hey, remember him?
TC!
Tad Cooper's gonna
I'm happy that Rena's punching this thing. Like, I'd like to punch it too.
punch from the inside.
I'm just gonna
Thrash.
Does it take damage because of his spikes?
Horse.
It would on its turn, but it
Okay.
did when he grabbed it, yeah.
Okay, so TC.
Yeah, I'm just realized that you have a
He
horse,
misses.
so I have to
And then he tries.
Get away,
Does he get
horse.
back?
You had a horse.
Yeah.
It's like Red Dead. He stays
There it is. 18 for Tad Cooper.
That hits.
Oh, I need to take.
You gotta start describing yourself as making your horse out of combat.
Oh, Tad Cooper.
Fourth horse to the rear.
3.
That's
He
okay.
tries.
Alright, 3 points of damage. Alright, so
Hello.
Reverance. We'll say that you were pulled off of your
I
horse.
love that. That's
The horse is still there.
The horse is probably not gonna stay right next to maybe it's a brave horse.
We'll see.
I was about to see
When it
like-
provokes attacks of opportunity when it runs away.
There.
it's a brave horse. It stands its ground.
You just got it and you put it through literal hell to get it here. You freaking knocked it into the side of the boat and
I took
hoisted
care
it
of
up.
it while it was on the boat.
Yeah.
We were bonding.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to breathe fire on the thing with Rick in it, would it hurt Rick?
Yes.
Fire has proved to not be
That's
very
true.
effective.
Just for
Yes,
future.
but yes, it would.
I'm in the area.
He is inside it, so it would affect
It'd
Rick.
be like less because it's covering him.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah,
It's not your
do
turn.
it.
It's burning around.
Bonus action for a throwback.
Blah.
Curse. And I am going to attack this thing.
Okay, you're attacking which one?
Oh, sorry. I cursed the one that's got wave.
Got it.
I'm going to attack that one. 19 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. So that is 7 plus 6, but I also add my proficiency bonus to the damage. So that is 16.
Okay.
Dicks. And yeah. Come on, you piece of shit. I'm going to use my Tides of Chaos to gain advantage on this roll.
What is that? Oh,
That's 19. 20 to hit.
So bad.
Water!
Alright, yeah, that hits.
20 to hit. No. Minus 1.
Got that one slot. Oh, you have other slots, that's true.
Yeah. 10 damage. Wait.
What?
Yeah, I got a 1 plus 6 plus 3. Yeah, 10.
10. Alright.
Yeah.
Well, at least that's
It
the worst you can
seemed
do.
wrong.
It
It
did.
seems like it's too low.
Yeah, but it's not.
Let me see.
About right.
Alright. So that was your bonus action and your action, right?
I have so many bonus action things I can do.
You do. It's got well, you're used to that.
I got Hex.
Outrageous.
Hex. Smites. Curse.
Roll me a percentile. As you feel your wild magic surge.
Oh yeah.
12.
Roll a d10.
10.
You grow 10 inches.
6 foot 11 all of a sudden.
Oh my god!
Only you see it. Or no, only Rena sees it.
But that means I get my Tides of Chaos back.
You do.
Yeah. Nice.
Alright.
That was my
Wave, you are. I need you to make me a constitution saving throw.
I can't. I'm constricted.
You have to.
You have to.
I can make you have disadvantage if you want.
What kind of saving throw was it?
Constitution.
That's going to be a 24.
Okay, so you don't take any damage, but you are currently blinded, restrained, and suffocated. What'd you like to do?
Toll of the Dead.
Okay. Sure.
That's a bonus action?
Nope, that's an action.
That's actually you can bonus action attack afterward.
You can.
But I'm constricted, so it'd be a disadvantage?
Yes.
I'll do that.
Okay,
it's a
Toll the
15
Dead.
save.
Fail. So it takes 2d12 now.
2d12. 15.
Nice.
And then...
So is that permanent?
Yeah.
Alright.
I regret nothing!
That's about 23.
You go to hit with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Oh, 9.
9 points. Okay.
Every attack bar. I'm 13 feet
At
tall.
what point would I become a large creature?
Like over 10 feet.
Yeah, like probably around 10, because 8 is still furbog height, and they're medium sizes. And like Goliath. Okay. So yes,
No, I can't do that because the bonus action attack.
Yes,
you did.
Correct.
What is your Constitution score?
18.
Okay. So, because you had to expel air to speak the words to toll the dead, if you're not out of this in 3 rounds, you are...
Unconscious.
Yeah, I think so.
And then dying after that.
Or dead, I'm not sure. Either way, you basically have 3 rounds of consciousness less as your life's being choked out of you. Rick, make me a Constitution saving throw,
Alright.
please.
Don't suck. Hey, 22.
Alright. You are blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe.
That's okay. I don't need any of those things to thrash around like a maniac.
That's fair. Disadvantage unless you reckless.
Recklessly thrash around like a maniac and get 7 temporary hit points. Oh Alright, here we go. 12.
That misses.
But then, natural 20.
Woo! Woo!
Wait. Oh. That is 14 plus 5 is 19, 21.
Not bad.
And you see the thing just like bulging out a little bit on the sides.
Yeah, as it's being kind of minced by the inside. Now remind me, they take damage for each turn they have you grappled as well.
Yeah.
So it takes damage on, well, it would take 2 damage on its turn. Alright.
I forgot that it's on fire.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's its turn.
Oh, it has to make a con save.
Or take.
Or take 1d6 fire damage.
Save is.
I guess it's mine. 16.
Right, fails.
Ah!
How much?
6! So have to 3.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, it's concentration, so if I break concentration, it goes away. If it passes the save, it goes away. Or if someone else uses an action to put it out, it goes away.
Got it. Well, it's its turn.
I think someone else has to use an action to put it out.
Oh, I guess on your turn. The horse would have attempted to run away. Because it's not been told don't run away from things.
Stuff, yeah.
Ground.
So it's going to be.
Don't run away from the ground, horse.
It's okay.
13 AC.
Alright, 24 to hit.
Hit.
Or should have cast shield.
14 points of bludgeoning damage to the horse as it runs away.
Alright, poor horse.
What's its AC?
13.
I'm just thinking if he got hit from both sides and it ran. Do you think they have reach? No. Would it hit with both of them hit the horse?
I don't know, what was your second roll?
Well, it was a 17 to hit.
Probably not. I mean, right? Because we're fighting in 2 separate spots.
What's the horse's HP left at this point?
That's 5.
5, huh?
Yeah.
Trino!
Goddamn waste of money. A darn damned waste of money.
All that
It doesn't change a thing. Sure.
like college!
We'll say that it doesn't get hit.
It's true.
It's 120 feet away from you and going away. Nope, you can't speak.
You're out of breath.
Still owe me money.
And you're blind.
And you're blind. You don't know that.
You don't know. Yeah.
You're just getting like crushed by
By vines.
and ground
So then it's their turn.
and dead stuff.
So it has you guys engulfed. So it's gonna make attacks against you and then
Ew.
crunch on you guys.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Brina, that's a 12.
To hit?
Yep.
Oh, fail.
And then a 7 or a 9.
That also misses.
Alright. So that's Reverance, that's a 16
16 misses.
and a 22.
Shield.
Yeah.
Last slot, right?
No, that's easy.
Oh, you have your
sorcerer.
That was my sorcerer slot.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
2 slots, right? You have
I have 2 of each, yeah.
Okay, then you guys are engulfed.
Oh, yeah, we are.
So I need you to make me Constitution saving throws.
Bam.
17.
10.
I believe you take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Again?
And you take 3.
Yeah. That's not even all my temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Brina, it's your turn.
Rick's still inside of it, right?
Yep, so...
Punching!
Okay.
16.
Hits.
Nice.
9 points.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, miss.
Okay.
Miss again. That was 3, right?
Okay.
10 points damage.
Got it. Still up.
Tad Cooper.
Okay.
18.
That hits.
7 points damage.
That is the number. Or shreds through this thing, and Rick emerges out of this thing. You see Wave's horse like 180 feet. Actually, it would have ran on the first turn. You see Wave's horse 240 feet away and running. And then Wave is engulfed in the other one.
Can Tad Cooper go bite the other one?
Does he have multi-attack? Or does he have
I might be wrong.
pounce?
No, I think he has actually, I have no idea. Let me look at it.
Okay. Well, you do that. It's going to be Reverance's turn.
Can I...
It does have multi-attack. So yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
never mind. You can't.
It's gonna go bite the other one.
That changes what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
He hits.
Remember that Ted Cooper has pack tactics, so anytime there's anybody within 5 feet of the enemy he's fighting, he has advantage on all attacks.
Yeah, well, roll another one just to see if it's a...
Yeah, that's when it would be. Wade is
Yeah.
technically within 5 feet.
But he still hits.
Yeah, that's fine.
And 9 points damage.
9 points of damage. Alright, so yeah, Ted Cooper attacks this guy, and he is there, and then now it's Reverance's turn.
Alright, I'm going to...
I forgot to be.
gonna do something else, but I was gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna...
I don't have a character card for Reverence yet. I might have to do that. We'll do that on the break.
Let me use Tad's Chaos. Butts. 17.
Still hits.
Yeah. 7 plus 6 plus 3, 10, 16 damage.
Okay.
And... yeah, one more.
Okay.
I believe in you! I shouldn't have believed in you!
Damn.
That is a 12 to hit.
That is a miss.
Shuckerdoodles.
Good try, buddy.
Alright. Wave. Constitution saving throw.
I was gonna try and thunderstep Wave out of there.
16.
That's okay.
Okay, no damage. It's your turn.
Gonna activate chill plate.
Is that one?
It's a bonus action or an action?
Because Tad Cooper.
Bonus action.
He would
Okay.
take 3d.
They are level 7. You guys are 7 or 8?
We're 7.
7. Okay, so that you activate chill plate.
You get that
I want to
temporary.
kill your
Yep.
attack chicken.
That's fair.
And,
I appreciate it.
Then, I guess I can't attack.
Yeah, you don't know that it's
right.
familiar.
Oh, was it an action to activate
I just know
chill
that
plate?
it's
Oh,
battle
no, so
chicken.
it is, so I can attack still.
Which is
I can attack
Nice.
twice.
Yeah.
Oh. At disadvantage.
At disadvantage, correct, because you're consumed.
8. 7, so that's 17.
Okay. To hit, right? Yeah.
Yes. That's gonna be 15 points
Okay.
damage. That's gonna be 17 points or 17 to hit again, and then another 15 points of damage.
Got it. Okay. You feel the hold lessening on you in here. Your horse books it another 120 feet away.
So 380.
380 feet away, yes.
So, like, deer. Right?
like a quarter mile away.
Yeah.
Eking in on it real fast.
Rick.
I'm gonna go pull out the Titan Blade. As a bonus action, I'm gonna focus on making it big.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna attack recklessly.
Yeah, that's kind of like what happened to me.
Yeah. I'm gonna attack recklessly twice. 25.
That hits.
Alright.
Does he seem taller to you?
I don't remember. I'm kind of angry right now. He just seems like a guy at this point. Let's see, that is 11 plus 7 is 17 plus 2 is 19.
Yeah. How do you want to kill this thing?
I want to chop and then just like have it just like, because I can't really see wave at this point, just have it like go like right over his nose. So like, he can keep the, I guess, when I chop it, I'm going to be like, oh, that was close. Grab him by his chest plate and just pull him out of there.
Alright, you do.
Your horse run away.
You turn to see, now post-combat, your horse is another 120 feet away.
Animal handling check?
At disadvantage, for sure.
I'll fucking take it.
It's like 500 feet away at this point.
You know? It's a 3. What's a 1?
Did you cast guidance?
Yeah.
So he's another 120 feet away. Did you take the time, the 6 seconds to cast guidance on yourself?
No, just for the 1, it's 7.
Yeah, but see, you
look
did
different.
though. So 7?
Is your armor small?
It does feel a little tight.
It is not big.
Because it's not magic armor.
I got a breastplate stretcher.
I was about to ask if you had such a device.
But it's actually, it's a good thing we're going to Carrick Fair because it's at my house.
You live in Carrick Fair?
I have a house there, but no, I'm more of like a hobo. Currently. By choice.
I must say, you are mighty foes in combat.
Well, mighty allies.
Can I go get my horse?
You can try. Yeah. Do you go by yourself?
That seems like a terrible idea in this mist.
Is the horse in difficult terrain? Moving through this.
Yes, I guess technically. So it's only 250 feet away and running.
Would that still be a disadvantage?
Yes.
I'll try again.
It's not stopping.
No, it's like this. Gotta do it loud. It's terrible. You better just start walking, pal.
But I owe a lot of money on that horse.
Well, I mean, walking to go get your horse.
Oh, yeah, totally.
We gotta go get his horse.
I will follow.
Alright,
Okay.
let's go.
So you guys take the horse outpaces you all, well, except for maybe Brina by about double.
I mean, I don't personally expect to catch it.
Yeah.
May I ask a question about the horse?
Yeah, sure.
Was that its first combat?
We think so.
With us, yeah. It had a thrilling combat against a boat in gravity one time. But it lost that.
Most do.
Boats in gravity, difficult to overcome.
Quite. Okay.
Alright. Brina, why don't you try and run ahead?
Do you guys have moral qualms about bringing a child into combat?
Personally, no.
She's a pretty tough kid.
You know what? We got the okay from the leader of a group of monks that she was studying under.
Oh. You speak of the Doton Abbey.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I don't know if you knew. This is be generic.
I'm from the area.
Of the Doton
In a
Abbey.
vague sense.
The area as in, like, the north?
This continent.
Oh, that's...
Yes.
We're all from the... No, actually, she's not from the area. She's from...
Not there.
Actually, I never asked her. But...
You are an interesting group of adventurers.
Yeah. In order to join our group, she had to get into a fight with me, and she took longer to beat than I thought she would, so I figured she'd be alright.
That is impressive, as your strength is noticeable from this distance.
As is yours.
I'm like 4 feet away.
Yeah.
I am actually not very strong.
As
I
is
am
your
just
striking ability.
Very handsome.
I don't see it.
It's the big horns.
Often.
It's not the size of the horns. It is how they're utilized.
Alright,
So catch the horse?
If I had horns like that, I'd fucking gore
Yes,
somebody.
you catch the horse, and it started to slow down, and you're able to bring the horse back.
All right, I bring the horse back.
And you guys are all together.
Thank you.
I paid good money for this horse. Don't lose it.
Again.
Thank you. She's
95.
She's not so bad.
Oh, this could be so good.
Be good.
Huh.
Oh.
You all gain vulnerability to piercing damage
Yeah.
Oof.
Permanently?
for the next minute.
Oh, okay.
I should explain part of my magic.
Ow! What the fuck?
Does that not happen often?
No.
Oh. Part of my magic comes from deep inside, and I have trouble controlling it at times.
We know what that's like, yeah. Do your best.
I shall.
Alright.
Did you all get smaller?
No.
You got bigger.
Oh. The floor is farther than I expected.
You got like that little bit of like.
Show a little tom-tom?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh, shall we set off to Carrickfern then?
Here, I'll tie a drug rug around your waist.
Thank you, Wave.
It looks like a kilt. They'll never see you coming.
Good. Shall we away?
He didn't know what he said.
I did, but I just wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Would you mind resting for some time before we proceed to Carrickfern?
No, I'll make a snack.
Thank you.
Gotta make his a little bigger.
A snack?
Yeah.
No, my size should not affect the portion of snack that I receive.
Yeah.
Though it is a gracious offer, Wave.
You should spend a little time maybe talking to your horse. Making it your friend. I don't know. Hobbling it.
Does the horse understand language?
Does it?
Does it?
Hey, horse, do you understand language?
You can make me an animal handling check.
Jack Cooper does. He just can't talk. But he understands. He talks to me in my brain.
So can Sebastian.
Who's Sebastian?
You'll see.
Ominous.
So can I. I talk them.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to understand language.
Doesn't seem to understand.
You did not ask that before you purchased it. I feel like a talking horse would cost a lot of money.
A higher
Yes,
price.
quite.
How much do you spend on that horse? I never asked.
At least 700 gold.
At least 700 gold.
I think it was 1,000.
I didn't pay that much for this armor.
Nor did I for mine. Oh, also my sword glows.
All the time.
Yeah, you guys see that when he's got it in his hand, the sword is glowing.
As a mighty blade.
It is named Black Stabbeth.
Ah!
It is the gift from my patron.
What color is it? This blade?
This is like it's black.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's black, but it glows like a torch.
Yeah, totally.
This is the Titan blade, and this is the greater axe, and this is the greatest sword. It's pretty heavy. You can feel.
You are
Pretty heavy.
Oh, yeah, quite.
Yeah.
You have an eclectic range of weapons.
Vigilance.
You wield it mightily. Brina, does your fist have names?
No, they're just my fists.
Very well.
Lefty and righty.
Good rest.
Yeah.
Fists too.
Yes, two.
Pain.
Big ol'
Panic.
spikes.
This is to inflict pain, and this is when I panic.
No? Oh, I thought it was
Often.
funny.
Thanks, Uncle Bert.
Often. You must use that.
He is your uncle.
What?
Wait.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Anyway, here's traveling oatmeal.
Oh,
It's like regular oatmeal, except we're traveling.
this is delightful.
It's got
That's
nuts
true.
and dried fruit.
Cedric, this is delightful.
Thank you. Glad you like it. Give you that little extra for when you're resting up.
Yes, quite.
Alright.
Do we get a whole short rest in without issue?
You do.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! I'm healed.
You can make me a animal handling check.
Rolled a 10 and an 11.
I didn't take any damage.
You just want your spells back.
Like,
son of a bitch.
and my Hexblade curse.
Yeah, that's true. All good.
What's that?
14.
Okay. Like you've calmed
Are
it.
we hitting something?
No.
Here.
They're healing and he's trying to talk to a horse.
Oh, okay.
Did you take any damage?
Yeah.
You might want to heal yourself during a short rest.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna
So, for those of you who missed it and were curious why there's all this joke about size, Sean's character just grew 10 inches due to Wild Magic Surge.
Magic Surge! Alright, I love it!
You were already so tall. Now he's so much taller than you. You must feel short. It's a good thing you have the horse to ride. That'll make you feel taller. You ride on your high horse.
I'm not gonna use it.
So,
So high.
Oh man, so many of the dwarven tunnels are 6 feet or shorter. You guys are gonna
This will be
on trial.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, your
Especially for you.
neck's gonna hurt. Your shoulders are gonna hurt. Your horse is gonna hurt.
Oh, if your back starts to hurt, I can just punch it. It'll be fine.
That's counterintuitive.
You
Yeah.
think so, but it actually
Or I
works.
can slap you in the face, and that will also heal you.
Still counterintuitive.
You'd think so, but it works.
No, I don't think you understand what counterintuitive means. It means exactly what you just said. That you think it wouldn't work.
I was confirming that it is in fact counterintuitive.
Ah. Excellent confirmation, Cedric.
Thank you.
so I think we're going to take a break. For those of you who are curious what we're talking
You have a good
about,
thing going.
we're sponsored by Initiative Coffee Company. Let me jump back over here. Hey, there we go. So, there's a link if you want to pick up Initiative Coffee for yourself and get a little bit of a discount. But yeah, we are sponsored by Initiative Coffee Company. We love their products. And now we're drinking Strix's Snickety Snooks, which is the benefit roast tied to charity at Anxiety Gaming and also to Holly Conrad, aka Commander Holly, aka Strix, aka Strix Beastinger, I think at this point. Yeah.
Not Dire Strix. They're both very famous.
Yes.
So not to confuse the two.
Also, thank you for the comments on the audio. Sorry they're still peaking. I put two compressors on this audio. One to try to balance this out and get more of the bass sound and make it a little warmer and pull up the lows when Pat talks really low, because only when I ask him to talk, he's very low for whatever. I'm like, Pat, talk like you would. He's like, and then I also put one on as a limiter to cut the sound if it gets too high, so it's like, so it really attacks it. But I think I'm gonna have to adjust those because apparently they're still peaking.
He's talking about how loud we are. But
Yeah.
he's being cool about it. So I was high-fiving us
Oh, nice.
to acknowledge that I know where the loud ones.
Gotcha.
But
I feel like
we weren't paying attention.
No.
Also, I have gone through, I believe, and I've updated all of the character cards now, so they have the level 7 stats here, and we can pull up a Reverance one as well. See Reverance's stats. So I did that during the break. That's why it took a little bit longer. I was just getting that all set up. And the pixel art for Reverance is in the works, so we'll get that eventually.
Imagine
Children.
Pat thinks gay sexes. Just like
If that's what you want to think, I mean.
So anyway,
Pat knows a lot more about it than you think.
I believe Jake. So short rest is over. Let's keep going.
All right.
yeah.
So does the
Very
horse get hit die?
Yeah, it has hit point. It's a creature. You can heal. You need to know the stats for the horse. Probably keep these on hand. Or I could just kill it. I mean, I'm not really. It's got 3d10 hit dice.
I have a piece of paper.
3 10-sided dice, and it has a +1 to its constant. So a d10 plus 1. Okay, so you guys have short rested. You defeated the shambling mounds that were in the woods. Basically, seemingly the dragon's ability to conjure forth terrain that proves itself difficult. It also has the capabilities. Where the hell is the cricket? New house. So the cricket it did die. I have a picture of the dead cricket from the last house. So since then, if you've been following along, towards the latter end of the streams in the old house, this fucking cricket just was there and cheeping through the whole frickin' campaign towards the end there, and it's finally dead.
Good.
And you know what? I'll be honest, I'm shocked. There's so much more wildlife at this house. Like, we have, I've seen a bunch of wolf spiders, a couple garter snakes, there's frogs everywhere. We have an owl in the backyard now. There's about 3 deer that come through the backyard as well. Saw a praying mantis the other day and a stick bug.
I'm not drawing that.
This is why we can't have nice things, children.
Why are you like this?
Yeah, man.
You're ruining the game.
Ruining the game. You didn't eat it. Everybody saw that you didn't.
And give me that.
You didn't eat it?
Give me my damn picture back, you monster. Oh,
now he did.
Dude, that had marker on it.
Wait,
That had
did
wet
we get,
erase marker on it.
Can we?
This room well.
But wait, can I have the group one back? Because I actually really like it. I want to see it.
So, Internet, this is what happens when you play D&D with adult children.
Adult children.
Who pass notes back and forth.
Well, you gave us a secret ring.
I didn't give it to you at all. You just stole it
your
yourself.
secret ring. It was right here on the table.
Yeah, you just freaking steal it because you're a bunch of savages. So, to my point, I commend them for writing notes rather than they whisper at such a high level that everybody hears it.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, it's like a stage whisper, but it doesn't need to be for the stage. Yeah, it can just be like a very quiet whisper between players, and they can have their little, and it doesn't interrupt the flow of the story. So notes, great for keeping things going.
It's good for like during combat.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Exactly, that's when it started.
That's probably not.
Piece of paper.
But that's probably when it started, but not the reasons for why it started.
Oh no!
Yeah.
It started because I had a secret ring and I thought it would be funny.
So again, I'm sorry.
So we leave?
Sorry.
I apologize for their immaturity.
Not with my spit.
Anyway, so we are gonna keep heading
North and east. Keep a hold on your horse.
So, Cedric, so I understand, we are going to the dwarves who are in the midst of a civil war to try and get their help. Sorry, a uncivil war. To try and get their help defeating a dragon which has not affected them at all.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I got a little clout there. Also, this dragon's after magical artifacts, of which there are many in the Dwarven Stronghold. Also, I hear the war's going pretty well for the dwarves, so they may have some spare resources at this point.
Good to know. Thank you.
Cool. And then, the dragon's, it's like one big thing versus like a lot of little things.
In those scenarios, the little things tend to die.
Yeah. But like fighting one large enemy.
Yes.
Sometimes if you have a few
100
people, not a few hundred people, just a few people. No, because then they just get blown away by acid or something. You get a few talented people together, they can deal with a single large threat. Versus if you have, an entire army's worth of people, it's kind of more difficult to deal with. You can't sneak up on a dragon with an army.
Quite.
Quiet.
But
Quiet.
Okay.
I roll for stealth. I don't know why I rolled 2.
nope.
15.
23.
14.
Wow, we're pretty good.
Wait for it.
4.
Here we go.
I'm pretty
There's always one.
Roll a stealth check for the horse. It adds 1.
13.
Okay, the horse is stealthier than you. Surprisingly. Right?
Alright.
With
That's true. The steam from the joints in your armor. You guys also all have 2 lucks. So 2 rolls and natural ones. Yeah.
Oh, do I carry over my lucks and charges from Oz?
I don't know.
Let me know when you decide.
I haven't decided yet. So you have.
I have 1 luck
Reverance
or
has
2 lucks.
At least 2 lucks. Yeah.
Alright.
3 rolls of natural ones. So, and I am actually, just to derail things even further, I am working on you have the little cards below that show the character stats. I'm working on a tracker card for things, but I'll just put this out there to you guys on the internet. If any of you guys know Twitch, engineers, not people who work for Twitch, but people that know how to make custom commands and custom adjustable overlay type things in Twitch or for Twitch, whether it's in CSS or HTML or whatever the case may be, please tell me who they are, because I'm more than willing to pay. I just need to find someone to do it.
Payment? Really? Not just for exposure?
Yeah, no, it's crazy how that works.
weird. Money.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who are artists, so if I find someone who will do work that I need, I will absolutely pay for it.
Good man, Ted.
Yeah, well, I mean, I also don't have I don't have the clout or the sphere of influence where I could be I want some exposure to
Fair.
these people. I mean, we have a deep people.
Yeah,
we're not
following.
bad, but we're
No,
not.
I get it.
We're not Matthew Mercer.
No, we're definitely not.
No.
Also, we brought this up last night on the impromptu Rise of Tiamat stream. If we hit 2,000 subs here on Twitch, or 2,000 followers, not subs, 2,000 followers, the next giveaway is going to be a very special limited edition giveaway, which is the limited collector's edition box set of the Monster Manual Player's Handbook and Dungeon Master's Guide.
Nice.
It's made by Hydro 74, so it's in the same style as the limited edition things of
nice.
Xanathars and all that, and it comes in a box set. It's also the most recent printing, so all of the updates and errata and things that have changed are the ones that are inside the book. They're also limited only to game stores, and they're pretty badass. So that's going to be our major giveaway if we hit that number.
Nice.
Very cool.
So, Brian, does that mean you do that? Because if you do, just hit me up via email or something, and we will have that discussion.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys make it there to the gate. Cool. You make it to the gate that leads into. It takes a while. It takes the better part of all of today and around until about lunchtime the next day.
Right.
For you guys to actually get there. No signs of animate stuff abounds, but it is relatively quiet.
All right, the gates are closed currently.
Yes, as they typically tend to.
That makes sense. Knock on the gate.
Okay. Yes, you knock on the gate, and you make your way inside.
All right.
The gate takes a little while to open. These are pretty massive sized gates.
Oh, good. I'm quite tall.
Yes, they're more than tall enough to support your now 6'11" frame.
Plus horns.
Plus horns.
Well, I never specified whether the 6'1" was the top of the
Are you
horn.
the same
But
weight?
it's probably not. Yes.
Holy shit.
He's I guess lanky now.
I'm very
You're a
hungry.
fucking string bean.
How much do you weigh?
210.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
That's not terrible.
definitely lean.
But
for the height, but
You
not
got
fair.
a tail, right?
Yes.
Must be that.
Those tiefling tails are thick, man.
Yes, they are.
You're all tail.
So I mean,
I knew it was coming.
that's gonna cause you issues. Here, have another snack.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Cedric.
Okay. So you guys go into. There's a couple of nods of acknowledgement to you, Wave, who they know, and to more specifically to Rick. You get the feeling, just you two, who don't know at this point,
I don't know at this point.
that Rick.
People recognize me even with my beard all white, and the armor and the helmet.
With the glowing red eyes.
You left with the armor, the first set made in a long time, with a helmet that makes your eyes glow red.
Thought maybe the beard would change people's.
I mean, it just changed color.
Damn.
Also, when's the last time you bathed?
Doing Nabby.
Pretty
So it's probably pretty scuzzy, brownish, maybe blackish. Like, it's not white. You're not clean enough for it to be white.
an off-white.
All right, fair enough. What do people do?
Crumbs in it.
They just are like, there's like, oh man, like there's Rick's Rick's back, yeah. Good, you know. Like, but it's not like, because the reputation of you, how you don't like to be referred to as this hero, has made its way around over time. But people are, there's definitely like,
Uncle Brick. Why are people whispering?
It's polite in Dwarven society to whisper
Oh, is
when you
it?
talk about somebody behind their back, yeah.
They talking about you?
No, they're just quiet.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So,
and they're like, yeah, well, and you're escorted in, and then the stone gates shut. Yeah.
can you see in the dark?
I was gonna say, are there any lights
Yes.
down here?
There are lights down here.
Oh god.
The dwarves
I
are
don't like
sad.
being underground. It's dark.
Also, the luster of jewelry loses something when you only
Fair.
see it in shades of gray.
That's true.
Ruby is not quite as impressive with dark vision.
True.
Alright. Let's continue onward.
Yeah.
So,
Do we have a contact we are looking for?
Yeah, we're gonna go talk to the queen.
Wow, not what I expected.
I mean,
Whoa. Should we bathe first? We're kind of small, or... Unless it's polite.
What time of day is it
culture
right
to,
now?
like,
it's like
be
noon.
gross.
Prestidigitation.
Oh!
Prestidigitation.
No.
Prestidigitation.
What do we smell?
Prestidigitation. Lemons. But not like too much like lemons.
so you just make me smell like nothing.
Nah, you smell fresh.
Yes.
Thank you.
You smell zesty.
All right. So we don't need to bathe, so that's something.
That is
Yeah, no, we're gonna go straight to Queen Firefly.
Could we perhaps visit your dwelling first to utilize the breastplate stretcher?
Yeah. I guess.
What is...
No, let's go.
Why are you making a scrunchie?
Oh, hey, what's that over there?
I don't know.
Do you look though in that direction?
Okay, I just start walking away anyway.
Okay. Do you know why he made a scrunchy face when I asked to use his breastplate stretcher?
no idea. He's a weird dude.
Yeah, it's quite.
Gotta go get a breastplate stretcher.
Alright, I guess I follow Cedric.
I don't know where I'm going. I'll follow him.
Okay, so where are you going?
Well, I'm going to my house. I gotta go get the breastplate stretcher. I'm gonna get close and like kind of do some recon and like see if anybody's home from outside.
Need any sneak?
Cedric, may I ask you a quick question?
No, it's a secret.
What is?
Whatever the answer to your question is, I can tell.
That seems,
All right, what's your
unnecessarily
question? Sorry, what's your question?
it was going to be, will my breastplate lose any of its structural integrity once
no.
it is stretched?
Nope.
Oh, so it
Great.
was not secret?
No, I thought you were gonna ask a different question.
Just being petty?
No, I thought you were gonna ask a different question.
Oh. What?
the secret.
But I would like to know what the secret is.
That wouldn't be a secret.
Not how secrets work. She gets it. Wade gets it. He's not asking.
But I would like to know.
Did you pinky promise it to be a secret? Because if so, he can't tell you.
That's true. That's how it works
It's a
around
secret
here.
bond. Can't break it.
I had not heard that. I had heard that.
What? Oh, cheaters looking for everybody.
Even in Dether, we know that.
We know
cheaters.
cheaters.
Do I see anybody outside of my house?
Perception check.
Can I help them?
9.
I don't think you know what he's doing.
Okay.
He's
that's
like
fine.
walking up to his house and he's like,
Sneaking.
I'm not sneaking so much as I'm attempting to appear casual.
Fair.
You are failing.
I know.
Very much so.
Yeah, what's up?
You seem on edge.
Oh, it's just because I'm spiky.
Throw my hood on the drug road.
Anything we can help with?
You know what? Actually, yeah. Okay. What I need you to do
Yeah.
is I need you to sneak into my house. Here is a key. Okay?
That will make the sneaking easier.
No, it'll help. It's actually probably not even locked. They don't ever lock the door, which is annoying. But anyway, I need you to go down the stairs. Okay, you walk in, take a left. Stairs. You go down there. There'll be a bunch of stuff. Okay, don't go through any of it. There's a door right to the left. Okay, down the stairs.
Left, stairs.
Left. Okay, open up. Right. You're gonna find there's gonna be a room. It's gonna have a bunch of my smithing junk. Okay. There's
So
gonna be
room with stuff, take the door on the left, room
Yeah.
with junk.
You can read Dwarven.
Yeah.
Okay. There's gonna be on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. There's gonna be a thing, and it's gonna be labeled breastplate stretcher.
Okay.
Okay. It kind of looks like almost like Jaws. Kind of
Okay.
goes like that. Okay. All right, get that,
Okay.
and then come back out,
Okay.
and don't talk to anybody. And if anybody sees you and asks what you're doing, tell them that I don't know. Come up with something. Go on. And I'm gonna push her.
Uncle Brick.
Go,
Wait, one question.
sneaky.
One question.
Yeah.
Why am I sneaking into your house?
It's a secret.
You could just walk in.
You're right. Do it for me though.
What do I get out of it?
A sense of pride and accomplishment.
That seems not a fair exchange for breaking, entering, and petty larceny.
That is not breaking, entering, or petty larceny because it's my house.
So can I just say that
Does the house know
that
that
Uncle
it
Brick
is
sent me?
yours? That sounds like the most reasonable.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
I wait around the corner a little.
alright, so are you stealthing in?
Yeah,
Make me a
that's
stealth.
what he told me to do.
Alright.
Natural 20. So 31.
Alright. So you slip through the window into this modest dwarven. Actually, describe the interior of your house.
It's got higher ceilings than average for dwarven homes. And there is a lot of natural seeming light. It's actually from permanent light spells.
Yes. Yep.
There is a large fireplace and like a bunch of bookshelves right when you come into the sitting room. A couple tables. There's usually a bunch of like toys and junk all over the place. Pain in the ass. You step on something, it hurts. And then through there's the kitchen, and then there's a spiral staircase that goes up into the bedrooms, and then I basically live in the basement.
Okay. So you come into this main sitting room, and you see this first left.
Do I hear or see anybody?
And remind me who is normally at home. It's just your wife and one kid?
Wife and 2 kids.
2 kids.
There's a big portrait of me and my wife and our 2 kids.
You see that above
Do
the
you look
fireplace.
very happy in it?
I do. I look very happy in it, and she looks very happy in it, and the kids both look happy in
And
it.
your beard is more trimmed.
It's black. It's trimmed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, I'm wearing plate armor, and I have a big axe. You see me now, I look angry, but there I look happy.
So you see that, and you hear you hear people upstairs.
I'm gonna sneak to the downstairs.
Okay, you sneak down. You make your first left and go down the stairs. and you go to the next left into the room, which is the room full of junk.
Yes.
No, bottom of the stairs is the room full of junk.
No, that's the room full of stuff.
Stuff, yes.
And then you take the left, and that's the room full of
Get
smithing
into the
junk.
room
Yeah,
full of
smithing
junk. So what do you see in this? Describe the room full of smithing junk.
The room's full of smithing junk. It's like an organized disaster. Like it's generally like most of the tools that seem important are hung up on the wall, but then there's just like piles of other tools.
Cool.
Just around. I've got a bunch of like half worked on projects, and you can tell that like some of the stuff was almost really well done and then like crushed and abandoned.
Interesting.
Almost like I got frustrated near the end of the process.
Do I see his thing?
You do see the breastplate stretcher on the wall.
I take it.
You grab it.
I sneak back up.
You see a journal on the desk.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, you make your way back out.
Uncle Brack!
Over here.
Okay. Here you go.
Thank you. All right.
There's a picture in there. You look so weird. You're like smiling.
Yeah.
Like clean.
Yeah.
Do you
With
generally...
a wife and 2 kids. What's their story?
Do you generally send children to do your crime for you?
Yes.
Is it a crime if I'm stealing from himself?
Yes.
Fair.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh. Then yes, I do generally send her to do my crime for me.
Fair.
Yep.
You're an odd bunch.
Yeah.
If it was actual, like, mean thievery, I wouldn't do it. That's not right. But, like, it's just from his house, so, like, he owns it, so it's not really stealing.
angry. Alright, come here.
What are you talking about?
I need your breastplate.
Oh. Can you get the... Yes. Thank you.
Alright. So,
Had some
I'm just
things
gonna
in
do this
there.
right here.
Okay. In the street.
Almost got it.
It's gonna take about 45 minutes.
Should be. Are we just doing this in the middle of the street?
I'm doing it right here.
Alright.
Get done now.
Fair.
Do you require assistance?
No. Do you know how to use smith tools?
No.
Then no.
Uncle Brack,
Yeah.
do you have a snack?
Okay, just go get my backpack.
So like 45 minutes go by in the streets in this like alleyway.
Alright, here you go. I think it's done. Try it.
It fits.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you know where we could visit some kind of clothing store? Or my tummy is showing. And I would appreciate it if you did not do that again.
It's right at eyesight, man.
I also, my pants stop halfway down my shins, and my inseam is frightfully small.
Yeah, but the thing is that around here, most people are dwarves.
Yes, I have spare clothing that could be let out.
Alright.
I need only a tailor.
I do know a tailor. And also a person who works on clothes. Come on, let's go. That was a joke about somebody named Taylor.
Is that a common name around here?
No, it's not actually.
Then it's not a good joke.
It's better not to question or think about it too much.
It's better to not question and think about it too much.
Quite.
We talk about it a lot on the side.
What are you doing with your horse, by the way?
I was grooming it,
Right, but he means in the underground.
walking it.
Yeah, horses don't like being underground. Walking it? Okay. Fair enough. We're
Yeah,
not
so
conspicuous.
the hooves now on the polished stone floor of most of the city, it It's very loud.
Echoey.
Yeah. There's a lot of turned heads. Like, who brings a horse underground? Like, there are animals underground, right? Like, they do have cattle and things like that. But they're subterranean creatures, so it's not like weird for them.
Rough thing.
Yes.
All right. So we'll go to a tailor.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right in there.
You go to your tailor.
Is there a glass blower anywhere around?
I'm sure there is. Yeah. Are you?
Like with insight?
You make a perception check.
Oh, natural one.
Nope.
Excuse me, good sir.
Yep.
I have recently grown 10 inches yesterday, and my clothes are
Easy
too
going,
small.
boy.
I can see how that would be a problem. Yeah.
Yes, I have this spare set of clothing. Could you adjust it to my size?
And and he comes out. He gets a little stool, takes some measurements, and says, "Yeah, when do you need it by?"
What is the quickest you could get it done?
Probably like 2 hours.
How much would that cost?
For the rush job,
Yes,
2 gold.
here is 2 gold. I will return in 2 hours.
All right. See you then.
Shall we go?
Yeah, I guess we can go. So you don't want to go see the queen until after you get your clothes back?
I have no preference. I do not want
Do we need
my...
to look nice?
I do not wish to
No.
influence the movements of the party, for fear that...
Your influence will
deter
influence us?
No.
We'll change the course of things,
Yes, and you
we
will
won't
not.
meet the person that you need to kill.
Yes. So,
I'm with you.
do what you would do anyway.
All right. I guess we'll go see the queen then.
Go, let's go.
Quite.
Lead the way.
Okay, so you make your way around the. Just as a reminder, you kind of, as you came down, sort of, you come in the gate, and it kind of wraps down and around to a lower level. You're kind of on an incline, and the city is built on sort of 3 tiers, like carved into the stone. As you get down, you're kind of on the lower base tier, and off of here there are several portals and tunnels that will lead, like, one will lead you off to the direction of where the front lines is of the war, one will lead you off to, like, the main forges, one leads off to the mines, and one leads off to the now newly reinstated adamantine forges. And then there's kind of more the more of the, I guess, the main thoroughfare as far as shops and things are kind of down here on the first level. Up on the second level is more residential stuff. And then up on the third level is kind of more specialized thing. Like, that's where Crag McNuckles lived in the retirement home, like way off in the back. But kind of leading up here around, you can kind of go to where the chambers are, where you met Andy before, as well as the council and things of that nature. So you guys make your way there, and you can see that things were pretty dour before when you were here. Just like, the city is relatively far removed from the front lines in any of the fighting.
Right. But even then, it was kind of like militaristic, empty streets, not a lot of commerce.
Yeah, there seems to be at least a noticeable degree of prosperity that has happened since you were last here.
All right.
So things seem to be on the uptick. You know, I mean, it's not nowhere near what it used to be.
Right.
But it's better than it was.
All right. That's great.
So yeah, you eventually find your way towards, Queen Andy's chamber.
All right.
As well as the council, yeah.
Beautiful. All right. So there's the guards standing there, and they have all their fancy armor on.
They do.
What's up, guys?
And they're like shocked to see you back here, and they're like, well, welcome.
Yes, we have word from Bricken's homestead. Unfortunately, they have come under the attack of a dragon.
And there's like some of that, like one of the guys seems to be informed, the other guy seems like a little like, oh, it's kind of
So they stole some. The dragon stole some magic items, which we were hoping to use in order to fight some sort of undead monstrosity that happened up in Gowager, which is
down in Gowager.
Well, up. Everything's up from here because we're underground. Anyway, sorry, kids. Anyway, I was hoping to see Queen Fireforge. Her Majesty, I know she's busy. So whenever would work for her would work for me. I was gonna go see Craig McDuckles.
And they're like,
Is he still alive?
they're like, they say, the one guy looks to you and he says, well, he's actually here right now.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it seems as though with he seems more alive, if that makes sense. He has a purpose now rather than just drinking himself to death.
Is
slowly.
he still doing that?
Less, but still some.
Alright, cool.
But yeah, he's actually here meeting with her right now. So let me go check. And then we'll see if we can let you in.
Alright, fantastic.
No, I know. I'm saying it's not different. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you alright?
Yeah, I was looking at the music now.
Close in the dark.
Do you want something else?
What? No. It's just music notes.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was just like a... Yeah.
Maybe. That would be cool. I might need to be like charged in a light, so
It's glowing vaguely.
Yeah. So the one dwarf, he just kind of stands there and the other guy goes back.
Nice.
You guys are hanging out kind of on this.
You can't bring your horse into the council.
I had an idea with it.
He had an idea with it.
The guards are like, "What's
There's a guard and they're like, what?
Well, I had brought a gift for the queen.
Okay.
The horse?
Yes.
Dude, she's not gonna want that. I know that because I
Does she have one already?
No, you're right. She
You're
doesn't.
underground.
I'd say go for it.
Why would she need the horse?
It's a beautiful horse.
It is.
Underground.
To be fair,
Down here.
it is a beautiful horse. To be fair, why would it die down here?
There's no
It's a
sun.
nice offering to a queen
What?
The dwarf is like, it's not.
to show
Is it
good faith
photosynthetic?
No.
of our
Oh, then
offering.
why
It
would it
just
die?
eats oats and.
I don't know, maybe it'll
Junk.
get depressed because it's in the dark all the time.
It's
That-
It needs its vitamin D.
I don't get paid enough for this.
You are an odd group of adventurers.
You literally.
You should have seen the last one.
The last what?
Group. Like these two, but there were two other ones.
Ah.
No.
There's another
We're
one.
better than them, right?
And he goes, I don't really know. They like books.
Ted Cooper. I agree, Ted Cooper.
Fair.
Yeah, we kind of did just like sub right in. Like I subbed in for Ember, and you subbed in for us because you're tiny.
Oh yeah, and I'm sneaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, well, there was a halfling and a tiefling, and I don't know, they were here. They wanted books.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't get it. Anyway.
Oh yeah, we lost the other tiefling too.
Oh yeah, there was that one that died.
Yep.
And they brought her back.
Yep.
You lost her too, huh?
Yeah, she's not dead though. Both
That'd
of
be
the
no- that'd be no
tieflings left at the same time. They just like disappeared in the middle when we were in the middle of the woods. It was
How
weird.
rude.
Yeah, it was kind of rude. They just like bounced one night. They were on guard together. They didn't even wake us up. They weren't even like, "Hey, we're leaving. Sorry." They just let us sleep. That was kind of pissed me off.
Kind of miss Sabine.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've seen her. And you guys trained together for like a year. So, I'm sorry.
You just see the guy's like, where the fuck is he? And after another like 10 to 15 minutes of this awkwardness, the other dwarf comes back out. He's like, yeah, they'll see you now.
Ah, beautiful. All right, everybody, just treat her like a normal queen.
Okay.
Okay.
I walked it in.
Yeah, you sure do. And And you see she's at her table. She is still, she still looks, like she's a queen taxed with war.
Right.
But looks a little like there's like a little more relaxed.
How does the map of the war look?
Yes, the map. You see that they seem to have pushed back to the lake.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's
big. That's where
big.
it all started.
Yeah.
That was the original point. So it's pushed back to the lake.
Beautiful.
So now they're basically at where it all started, and you don't really know where. What's beyond there because that's kind of
right.
Sorry,
It was all enemy territory before
yes. So
Doesn't affect.
yeah.
that. All right.
And she's like, "Oh, well,
I also take a knee.
yeah, that's."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Hey, what about the horse? I'm just kidding.
Hey,
Make me an animal handling check to
I'm
get
gonna
the
try and get the horse to kneel. Oh shit.
oh, maybe.
26.
Yeah, the horse
Oh, wow.
fucking takes a knee.
25.
Yeah, that's fine.
Horse is upstaging you, bow.
Ted Cooper bows. It does more like the raptor, like crouch. Anyway, so and you see Crag is the council. All the previous council members are still there.
Okay.
Crag is there as well. Seemingly no more with a cane. Like he seems to have shed the need for that.
He loosens his joints up a little.
Yeah, apparently.
Batman.
Yeah, exactly. You travel great distances in a matter of one scene things as well.
Yeah.
Crazy. And she's like, "Oh, well, I didn't expect to see you here, so welcome back." And she like looks at Wave and then like looks at the horse. Shakes her head and then looks at these. She goes, you seem to have different companions than before."
Yep. One stole all of our money and our boat,
Oh, all right.
and the other kept setting on fire and then disappeared. So
You are an
These
odd
are-
adventuring group.
these are new companions. This is Brina of the Downton Abbey.
Stand up, hi, and then go back to bow.
Reverance. And this is Reverance, who came from the continent which we all live on, generally.
And she's like, "Oh, yeah, all right."
He is a follower of Kelemvor and is seeking somebody's death, but not ours.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So, it's been weird. How are things going here?
Oh, yeah, I mean,
I stand up.
it's war, so it's not the best, but it's not as worse as it has been. Your findings and the refiring of the adamantine forge has done wonders for keeping the Kotoa goo, as it were, at bay, and it's done well to provide protection as well as the lack of deterioration of weapons. So we've managed, and she gestures at the map and shows, I mean, when you left we were here, and she gestures like way further up, and we've managed to push them all back to here, but they're holding solid at the lake. But it's sort of a mixture of we trade one advantage for another, so I'm sure before you know it they'll have some other crazy thing that they're come up with that'll try to offset us and push us back, but for the moment we're holding fast.
Good.
So things are better than they were. But so I hear there's a dragon or something as well. You're back.
Yeah, there was a big old black dragon that attacked Bricken's homestead. So they stole a bunch of Bricken's old magic stuff. I don't know what he had, actually. What did he have?
It was a shield artifact
It was a shield
and a mace.
Morningstar. And plate mail.
And armor.
Anyway, so Mr. Blue over here accidentally reawakened a as some sort of undead in his hometown. Got everybody killed. So I've been trying to deal with that for a while now. Hasn't been going great as I don't know anything about magic, and so I've just been like, hey, you guys know how to deal with this? And everybody's like, no, try someplace else. Yeah. Anyway, so we ended up back here, went to Felliston, found a glowy orb full of smoke, but which we haven't done anything with. They said, there's some magic in there, I guess. So we heard about the dragon attack, went there. It was pretty rough. Seems like the dragon settled in the area, and since Wave is part of the militia there, he decided that it would be good to get rid of the dragon.
Actually, I find it's pretty good to get rid of
you know what? Just read this, and I'll get rid of
and
the
she'll give you give her the note.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, oh yeah, well maybe this will explain it. And she like cuts through the black seal.
Stuff.
Just says, oh, I love it. It's great. She cuts through the seal and you see her open up the paper and she reads the note. And like you see like her, just like reading, and like there's like a look of like shock. That's weird. And then there's like slow comprehension. And she folds the note up and kind of like hands it to one of her advisors whose names are in my other notebook.
Battle Braids.
And Schlip-de-doo.
No, there's Oakenbrow, Bibliosoft Theodora Warden.
That guy. Yep.
I think it's the lady.
Yeah, Bibliosoft. Yeah.
Nah.
Because, library. And so anyway, hands the note over and they kind of like take a look through it and like look up at her and like look back at the note and they're like kind of, they step off.
That note says that they should kill us on sight. I will be most disappointed.
And she goes, no, it's nothing like that.
Yeah.
Just, the contents were surprising.
I don't actually know what he said in it.
It's, no, you might not believe it if you read it anyway, but that's, I'm not here to play games with, confusing words. So you came here because there's a dragon, or don't take it as me being ungrateful to see it, but what did you expect? What did you want us to do? What did you want from me?
The people in Bricken's homestead would be willing to, I believe it was a mutual, I don't know, it's a common phrase about scratching backs.
Alliance?
Like alliance, except they explained it as that we would scratch their backs and then they could scratch our backs. So basically, if we help the humans of Bricken's homestead with the dragon issue, they will help us by sending their militia to fight in the war, which might be useful for a final push. And I'll take some of our stuff and I'll like push it like past the lake and be like, to gain access to the resources, maybe we can finish pushing the Kuotoa back.
And she thinks that I make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh yeah.
Can I add in that I would like to give the horse on behalf of Brickens as a sign of good faith that we would help if the dwarves agreed.
Well, you can still make your persuasion check.
And I'll talk about the elven ancestry.
I was gonna say, she's like, oh, you're giving it
the bloodline of the horse and
15.
It's pretty good, all things considered.
What it's been through to get here and its name and the whole idea.
Do you go through what it's been through to get here?
Yeah, I mean,
like how you had to hoist it onto a boat.
Oh no, no.
And all the other awful decisions you've made.
You know what? It got here, and that's great. And I'm not going to say anything.
And she says, so you're offering me a horse. Do they breed elven horses in Bricken Homestead now?
No.
So this horse is from somewhere else,
Uh-huh.
bred by other people, but you're giving it to me as a sign of good faith for the town that doesn't do any
It's
of that.
named Trin after the trinity of Torm, Tyr, and Ilmater. And I know those gods would damn it.
He just gives up. At this point, Reverance takes 2 big steps away from the rest of the group.
And she's like, that's quite generous of you, but I don't really have need for a horse here underground.
In the city.
In the city where I proceed over council.
Maybe it could help you send messages
Oh my god. Why?
outside of.
It's like she stifles a laugh. Like she's like trying to, like, not as much as I'm breaking out in laughter, but she's like, no, I think we'll be all right without the horse for sending.
I'm gonna message the queen that message now and say, I met them yesterday. I don't know anything about these people.
And she's like, and she responds in your, like, why is he like this? But that's only in your head.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I think I'll be all right. I do appreciate the gesture. And
Horse is fine meat.
he says, that's not wrong. I mean, it does look like it would taste pretty good.
Yeah, they say a well-developed horse ends up with better meat than like a shoddily bred horse.
I mean, it looks beautiful, but I just don't really see the need for it in my current scenario. Were I still out traveling about, perhaps, then absolutely, but being elevated to queen, I don't really find myself doing a whole lot of above ground travel when there's a war going on. And also, I don't feel like my council wouldn't really allow me to just ride free on a horse, because that just seems like unnecessary danger.
I thought I had another D. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it.
So I'm going to have to politely decline.
okay.
But thank you.
It's a thought that counts.
Yup.
Anyway, back to the dragon.
Yeah, so
issue.
there's a yeah.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what Grizzly Maddox asked for in the note or anything, but I figured that because of the dwarven relics that we have here, and since it's very possible that the dragon's lair is in the Wyvern Peaks, that perhaps it could find its way here. I mean, it was attracted to Britain's
Magic
homestead.
items. Yeah.
We can assume because of the magic items it held.
The name of the dragon seemed significant when you first told me this story.
Ah, yes.
Westraxus.
And like there's like a murmur around the table. And she like looks to some of the other members of the council and she says, "Oh, this is interesting." She says, "We're gonna have to think on this a bit, because if there's a tie with this, and there may be more to look into with this.
Of course.
And this may just aid in our conversations. So let me deliberate with the council and see what we can come up with."
All right. Thank you so much for taking time to see me. I truly appreciate it, Your Majesty.
And she's like, "Oh no, of course. It's always good to. You seem less angry."
Oh no, I'm pretty regularly angry.
All right,
the thing is that right now I'm I'm finally able to breathe some fresh air down here again, so it's nice.
All right. Well,
Good dwarven air.
good to see you then.
Yeah, you as well.
We'll get back to you. Well, you're gonna be around?
Yeah, I'll probably stay in
Your house?
the barracks.
All right.
You have a house.
Yeah, but not on this continent.
Yeah, so whatever. He has a house on this continent. We're not staying there. Anyway, Craig, you old son of a bitch, it's good to see you.
And she's just like, and she just will go off with the council.
Fair.
And then Crag will step forward. He's got a little bit of, still has a limp, but it's not
Not as bad.
It's not as bad. It seems as though like his limbs. What?
He's gonna give him the horse.
And he's like, "It's good to see you." So he finally came back.
Yeah, well, I figured I needed to get some help for those guys. I could do a little more training. I wanted to introduce you to Brina. She's working on being able to punch stuff well. She's getting there. Brina, show him your marble.
Oh, yeah, I'm carving it with punches.
So, she...
How well is she done? How much dent has she put in?
It's pretty dented at this point.
It's pretty dented. She's done a
Is
pretty
it
good
starting like shape into something?
It's starting to shape into a dented piece of marble. I don't know if she has a vision for...
Oh, I do.
Well, oh, okay.
It's a portrait of Tab Cooper.
Oh, okay. How does it look then, would you say?
Yeah. How long are you?
Like, if you were to carve something like a real rough mold of it.
Okay.
So, like, punch some of the corners away. General kind of shape.
Okay. So...
But still definitely a hunk of marble.
Yeah. So I thought she could benefit from some of your training as well.
I want to get some of them sweet adamantium knuckles.
I would actually also like some of those sweet adamantium knuckles.
And he's like,
Got them forges.
all right.
First off, you can't just ask people for adamantium.
I'm not asking him for it. I'm just saying I would like to have them at some point in my life.
Shh. Right now, this guy right here
Yes.
is the only genuine battle rager.
Ooh.
And he goes, well, this is not exactly true anymore. He says, you've been gone for a while.
Yeah.
And you got your training in a night. So it was a little bit accelerated.
Yeah.
He said, we've had months. And he says, and I've trained another group.
Oh, all
I
right.
have a group of 10 elite battle ragers that have gotten the full training from start to finish over time.
Oh, yeah.
And most of them are out on the front lines doing
What to do?
Warden's work.
All right. Oh, praise be to Morden.
Yes. And he says, we keep one, usually when they rotate, stay here just in case, you never know.
Yeah, of
So
course.
not really much for... And you guys see for the first time this gnarled old dwarf with just battered, gnarled knuckles that are just look like
Fair.
just a mess of scar tissue. And he's like, all right, well, if you think you're really up to finishing this training, you gotta come with me.
Wait, can I go punch stuff?
I mean, yeah, sure, whatever.
All right.
You guys can do whatever.
You guys coming? You
I
guys
have
need
nowhere else to
You
go.
literally have no
How long
choice.
has it been since you dropped your clothes off?
Not 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
So you guys
for looking
make
out
your
for
way up
Private group now, but
to the third tier, to the retirement home.
the
Like
lower
back
A.
where his
No,
room is kind of set up, where the training was before, and you can see that there is like now in this place there are just piles of just like battered all wood from people running through doors and walls, and there's buckets of things. So you see, all of the
Impressive.
yes. You see all of the different, there's buckets of water and fine sand and like little fine gravel, and it kind of works its way up to just like buckets of rock, and then there's rocks.
Yeah.
And he says, and he like looks at you and sees the scenario, and he's like, well, I gotta I gotta talk to him. So, I don't know. Why don't you go punch that bucket full of rocks? There's like 2 buckets, and it's just, and he's like, I'll tell you when to stop.
Not until you're bloody, for sure.
She's punching away. So he will kind of wheel out a cart, and on that cart is an anvil. With forged into the anvil is like a manacle.
Okay.
To hold some, like, seems about arm width. And he says, well, he goes, normally we might do this with a little more grandeur, but, you know, nobody else is here, and it was a whole class, the whole thing. And he says, so do you think you're ready for this? It's gonna hurt a lot. And you see him, like, he pulls out from underneath, like, a case, and he sits it on the counter, and he opens it up, and there are 6 small, conical, adamantine, like, pieces about this big, forged in, like, a cone shape with, like, a corkscrew on the other end. He says it's gonna hurt a lot.
Yeah. Hey, what's in that bottle there?
And he's like, oh, well, you know.
Alright, cool.
I said, we got
you.
Alright.
And he says,
Okay. Let's do it.
And he says, all right. He puts you in the chair, and he clamps it in, and he says, well, I gotta heat it up first.
Yeah, sure.
So you see him, like, he goes, and, like, he has a forge there that's been fired, and you can feel as he opens it up, the heat's pretty hot. He's like, I don't need it to be molten, but I need it to be hot. And you see him pick one with a pair of tongs and put the corkscrew end of this conical piece of adamantine in the forge till you see it start to get that red, white hot. And he pulls it out, and he, like, drops it on a thing, like a little tray next to where your arm is. Actually just drops it on the anvil.
Right.
And then he has a separate set of tongs that sort of are, you know, they're circular in shape, so they sort of grab underneath the bottom part of the cone. And he says, you ready?
Yeah.
And he centers it over your knuckle, and then he presses, and immediately you feel the heat burning in, and he just starts to, like, and you guys all see Rick's skin burning as he's corkscrewing in between his knuckles. And he says, you wanted this for yourself, kid. And so he like, it slipped for a second, and he says, only 5 more to go.
Yeah, alright. Hey, give me one of those rocks. Okay, alright, let's go.
And then over the next probably hour, he goes through and sets these spikes into each one of your hands. Now you have burning, sore hands, as there is between each of your knuckles a conical piece of adamantine.
Punch me in the face. Roll damage.
9.
It does not really help my hands at all. I thought it would.
Do you want me to slap you and heal you?
No.
Would that help?
No.
Okay.
So at the moment, you have 1 level of exhaustion going through this.
Fair enough.
And grand total, you've taken about, we'll say, like 40 points of fire damage.
Oh, yeah.
From just burning through your skin.
Nice. Okay.
Let me know if you want me to slap you.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
And it's just like your hands are they just feel like they're heavier now.
Yeah.
Like your fists feel heavier, and it's just persistent burning, no pun intended, pain between your hands that he's like, it's gonna take a little while to get used to that.
Yeah, I don't want to close my hands right now.
He says, yeah, it probably wouldn't do that.
You want ice?
You don't want to slam?
No, yeah, I'm good. Sometimes you just gotta deal
I guess I would have. I forgot to mention this at the start, but he has you take off your armor before this happens.
Yeah.
So you see Rick in not spiky armor.
For the first time.
I'm doing it for a day. That's not weird.
Well, it's not weird for you. I wasn't talking to you. Sorry. For the first time.
Never takes that off.
He should.
And he says, and he like, and then as that's happening, he pours the alcohol over all of your knuckles. And he's like, no, it helps, I promise. And there's like a little smile on his face as he does it. And he's like,
Yeah.
you go sit down. I got some work to do. And you see, he picks up your like the gauntlets of your armor, and he says, "I'll be back. You rest." And he walks away with the gauntlets of your armor.
Would you like a snack?
Yeah, sure.
Drink?
I take out some rations. Give you some.
Thank you.
Close your hand. Do you need help?
No, I'm fine. No, I'm fine.
Is the dark lake where the Kuotoa is water, or is it
Your clothes are
something
probably
different?
ready.
You don't
Yes.
know. You've never been. The story was
I wish to not leave the group in case my target.
Alright,
Will you be here for the foreseeable future?
you know what? Let's just all go together. And I'll just put on. Oh, no, I'm just gonna.
Do you need help?
I don't even have any regular clothes.
I have.
He's got a spare set.
No, actually.
I'm wearing my spare set. I have some vestments I could change into, and you
I
can
have
wear my
fancy little
tiny
wall clothes.
clothes.
No, that's okay. I'll
We're
just.
about the same height.
No, but I'm a lot thicker than you.
There.
I'll just wear these.
I have a question for you, Rick.
Alright, lay it on me.
If I were not here, would you remain for the next hour or so?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit right here.
Then I feel confident that I may leave without missing my target.
Alright, cool. Here, try this.
What is that?
It's dwarven spirits.
Oh, no thank you.
Oh, you don't drink?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then sorry.
I will celebrate with a drink when my target has been eliminated.
No!
Why?
I told you before we came down here that no dwarf is gonna let you drink, okay? I don't approve of it, but we're above.
well, yeah, that's fine. Get your clothes.
Alright.
They
Anyway,
fit nice. No more tummy showing.
so what's your plan with this horse, man?
Yeah.
So,
Craig's gone. He left.
Wave. I have two questions.
yes.
One, is your last name actually Blue? Is your name Wave Blue?
Yeah, I wouldn't sure.
Oh. Cedric referred to you as Mr. Blue, so I was confused.
That's a good name.
And my second question is, why did you not listen when your group said that that was a bad idea?
What?
To offer the horse to the queen?
Well, it's my horse to offer.
Yes, but they gave you wise counsel that it was unwise and a gift that would not have much value down here.
The thought that counts.
That is just something some people say, and it doesn't actually mean anything.
Sometimes it does.
So you have no answer for me, is what I'm gathering.
I guess not.
Very well. I was just curious.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
Oh man. Alright, so you go out, you get your clothes, you come back. Rick, you're throbbing with pain.
Why do you make that noise with your mouth?
I felt like it was helping with the pain in my knuckles.
Then by all means continue.
Well, now I feel kind of dumb.
It sounded kind of dumb.
That is fair. You must be a hit at parties.
I have not been to a party in years.
Before those years, no.
When's your birthday?
Oh, Oh, he told me that his birthday was last Thursday.
Oh, no, a belated birthday
Nope.
party.
My party. Oh, sorry. My birthday was last Thursday.
Let's have a party.
No.
You know how to make things make you think.
So after like 4 hours of this, Crag stumbles back.
All right.
Stumbles. He walks back to you.
Cool.
And you notice that there seems, and he hands you, and he's like, all right, it's been long enough. Put your armor back on.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
10 minutes go by, and he puts his armor back on. Everything except for the gauntlets,
Which he took.
which he took. And he says, all right. And he says, so he goes, it's been a while. So when I made this, to shake off the rust. But over time and working with the other group, I came up with some alterations. Some things came back to me, muscle memory and all that.
All right.
So he says here, and he kind of like gives you the gauntlet to slide on. And as you put the gauntlet on both hands, and he says, now flex your wrist. And you watch as when you do that, the arm blade and the piece that covers up here, like slides back to your forearm. So you now have access to your hand.
To use as a hand?
To use as a hand.
Wow.
But it also frees up the spikes to use if you want. And then if you flex them back, they back into place.
Oh, yeah.
That is excellent work,
Fancy.
Yes.
Mr. McKnuckles.
This is wonderful.
And he says, I remembered a bunch of other things we used to do. So he says, if you have things, and he looks down at your purple slippers. And he says, if you have things that you want to incorporate or adjustments and thoughts you have for tweaks to your armor that you'd like to do, well, I can't say that I can do all of it because I got other things going on, but I can, maybe for a price or for some additional help, I can help you out and make alterations and adjustments that you might want. We have a bunch of stuff we used to do and a couple of different options, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. These slippers are magic.
And I will demonstrate.
Yeah, and he's like, all right.
So that's why I
And he goes, I mean, if you want for some money, I can strip, if you want.
I do.
I can strip the soles off of those and incorporate them into your armor.
Oh, hell yeah.
So you'll have your armor, but with those. But the only thing is, then you can't give them to somebody else, because they're just a part of your armor. The look will be complete, but that's how that is.
If you do this, Cedric, could I have the top parts of the slippers? Or they look cozy.
Yeah, cozy.
No purple plush spider slippers. So you don't have to think about it now.
Yeah, I definitely need some time to think about this. Because, being able to move the magic item around is kind of part of the appeal.
He says, it depends on how much you like being able to walk on walls.
It's proven useful.
Just throwing it out there.
All right.
If you come across other things you want to incorporate in, we can do that as well.
Yeah, if I can think of anything. Feeling pretty devoid of ideas right now, but this is freaking cool.
He goes, so what do you think on that?
All right.
He says, I gotta go take a look and oversee some more work in the forges, but you're welcome to stay here.
All right. Yeah, I probably will stay here.
He says, you keep punching.
Yeah. What are you doing? I'll get her punching.
All right.
No, you're not just. You're punching. You see that big barrel?
Yeah.
All right, you see this barrel of rock dust?
Yeah.
That used to be a barrel of rocks.
So I punch the rocks into dust.
Into dust.
Okay.
There you go. She'll get it.
Okay. So I think with that we'll probably end for tonight because it's a little past time.
Right.
But to that, so now your unarmed strikes with those do a D4 plus your strength mod.
Okay.
So whenever you're just punching now,
Nice. Bludgeoning damage.
piercing damage. Because of the spikes.
Oh, because they're spikes still.
But if you're raging, you can make an attack using those spikes for the D4 plus strength modifier as a bonus action.
Oh.
So if you're raging, that's 2 attacks plus a bonus action attack for a D4 plus strength.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
And then even if you're stripped of your armor, you still have adamantine spikes to do magic damage. And more than just 1 plus your strength mod. It's a D4 plus your strength.
Alright, that's great.
So, that's where we're at then.
Presently.
So, anyway, Internet, thank you guys so much for watching. We're going to jump back over to this cam up there. So, we'll see you guys next week for another episode 30. 30 episodes of Evrand so far already. Right. The reason it would be at 40 if Evo Game wasn't a thing, so just if you think about it that way, we'd be that much further along.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll be back to see what happens with requests to the dwarven nobility and what kind of things Craig McNuckles can stir up. And Jake, you can obviously take time in the next week as well as the party if they want to think of things they might be cool to come up with. They incorporate into this armor. I know things that can be done, but maybe once they meet some of the other group, maybe that'll become more apparent.
Does the other group have a name?
Yes, the Knuckle Dusters.
Oh yeah,
there's 10 of them.
Oh, beautiful.
Not like the one with the screw in, just like normal brass knuckles, but adamantine.
He's got magic brass knuckles.
He does. Thoughts and prayers says magic
Do you
brass
use
knuckles.
that?
No, he doesn't.
Not once.
You wanna fork him over?
Well, we can talk about that next time.
Next week.
He's had them on, I think, the whole time.
I'm not observant.
You're pretty observant.
No, none of us are observant, though.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you are around this weekend and you want to enjoy yourself for 24 hours with craziness of fun times, come out Saturday. I'll put a link in the chat here. Saturday, this coming Saturday, I think it's the 10th at 10 a.m. is going to be our Extra Life stream. You can go ahead and see right now online. The link I just posted, you can see the current schedule with who's going to be there and who's playing when. That's obviously, it's not fully filled out at the moment. It will develop in the next couple of days.
Oh, yeah.
As well as what you can donate for now. Right now, it's all set at level 5. If the donations hit $1,100, that will then change it to allow level ups throughout the campaign. $500 puts everybody in meat grinder mode. And then there's things you can do like donate to give me natural 20s or the players natural
coffee grinder mode.
Coffee grinder. Oh, coffee grinder mode.
Well done.
I don't need inspiration. That's just
Coffee grinder mode. I'm changing it as soon as you guys leave. Coffee grinder mode.
Cool.
So yeah, we will definitely do that. And have some pretty awesome gameplay for the 24-hour period for that going on. So 24 hours in the Homebrew coffee shop of Waterdeep, and we'll see what kind of craziness happens. Obviously, you guys, there's things you can do to really, like, you can impact the game a little bit here during the regular game, but on these, it's pretty much open to just whatever. So you guys can donate to add more or less any particular thing to the game. Things can change. You can give people companions and mounts and all sorts of nuts stuff like that. So,
I mean, just as an example, one deck of many things in our 24-hour stream last year got us a new companion
who finished the campaign.
Yes, he gave us Shovel Knight, Magic Bow. Extra experience, lost experience, money. It was a lot of fun stuff that affected the whole campaign.
Shovel Knight was the best.
Yeah.
Shovel Knight was really the protagonist.
Yes, it was his story. We were just part of it.
Yep.
That's true. That did happen last year. Year before, Sean got a Squirtle.
I did!
As a pet.
I don't know Pokemon pets.
I don't know.
To be fair, Claire specifically said in the donation, she said, I give Sean a Squirtle. So they had to give him a Squirtle. Yeah, that's how that works. Like, that's the kind of donations. People were like, I mean, you can donate to add monsters for the party to face traps. And depending on the amount you donate, depends on the CR of the monster. Like, I definitely had people add, like, and now there's Beholder or stuff like pretty early on. Crazy shit like that happens. If you guys are a fan of the Swole Bowl that I created that's in the Kobold Press Creature Codex, that came out of 2 years ago's 24-hour stream. That was like a random thing I thought of on the spot, and that became a thing that's now in a published source that you can use in your game. So stuff like that happens. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. Interesting. We got to see a new character in Reverance appear here.
Oh, yeah.
He's different than Oz.
He is so much different than Oz. But still Starkey.
Yeah. Well,
That's just because that's Sean.
Okay,
Yeah,
but also, the party invites it.
Oh, to be fair,
Your decision-making paves the way for Snark.
I totally
Rick is a barbarian. He's not supposed to be the good decision guy.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a 12-year-old.
You're always
I know.
usually the.
I know. That's maybe we
He's
should
a
have like a
scholar. Like,
dynamic.
we're not a good decision-making group.
No, I noticed, because as soon as Oz left, the first decision that I heard from you guys was, let's go fight the ancient black dragon.
See, now you're metagaming because we don't know what an ancient black dragon is.
It was a black dragon that destroyed half the town.
We don't know if it was ancient.
I'm using ancient not as the classification of dragons, just based on its size and probable age. Yeah, that was not your best idea.
We need to go physically fight it.
No, but it took an NPC to be like, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, but I'm a barbarian. What do you want from me?
Nothing. I don't want anything. Now I'm just here to help, guys.
Just make sure we stay alive
For now.
for now. Until you find somebody.
Yes. And then that person will die.
Good.
Then who knows what will happen with it.
It depends on what Kelemvor decrees upon me.
Yeah.
Fair. Alright. Night,
All right.
Good night, Internet.
The V for Kelemvor.
Do that.
It's the M from Morden.
Oh, that's good. I couldn't see your thumb, so I just thought you were doing a weird V.
Kelemvor.
Yeah.
There. Is that better?
That's better, yeah. Morden. Could also be from Mistral.
Is that your Trinity?
Trin.
Alright. Oh, I gotta pee again.
Alright.
Oh, my kneesies.
Coffee grinder mode.
Where's my dick pic?
Yeah. Where's her penis?
Hold on, let me just say right there.
Oh, come on. I really like my group picture.
Well,